This is a severe weather update from the KLBK First Warning Weather Center.
Well, good evening, everyone. We are live cutting into your programming now because we have two tornado warnings that have just been issued at the exact same time over western portions of our viewing area. So we'll pause radar right now. The current time is 4:38 Central Time, 3:38 Mountain Time. And as we've been talking about today, pretty high potential impact day for tornadoes, large hail, damaging wind gusts as well. So notice not just one, but two tornado warnings are now in place across our area. These are going to be including places like Rogers and Roosevelt County, southwest of Arch, northeast of Dora. Dora, you're not included in this. Near the Richland, Garrison, Lingo area, back towards Causey as well. Very close cutting for you. This is eventually going to be moving into southern portions of Bailey County, northern Cochran County. So heads up, Morton. This activity will be moving pretty close to you over the next hour or so. So heads up there. Over the past 30 minutes, you can see the general movement of this activity. And what we're going to do now is we're going to swap back on over to our rotating winds with this activity. So what we're looking for are areas of red and green that are coming into very close contact with each other. We've got one of those here just to the north of Dora and one back to the east of Dora. In these two locations, what we're going to swap to now is our debris detector. Our debris detector takes a look at the different particles and things that we have in our atmosphere, lets us see how correlated they are. If they're very similar, if they're not similar, and if they're not similar, that gives us a better idea as to where we could be seeing some debris occur. So if we've got that, it's going to be areas in blue. Notice we do have a little bit of that now to the east of Garrison. Not seeing much of that with the activity north of Dora. Not to say that there's not a tornado already occurring with that, but again, not seeing any debris from this particular radar scan. And as we go back to our reflectivity value, we're able to denote that that activity near Garrison is more likely winds that are a part of the inflow, those winds that are flowing towards the thunderstorm. So as we clear this off, we'll show you the two of them again. And it's a bit tricky because we've got two that are so close together with coverage, but we're seeing inflow winds on the southern storm here, seeing that with the northern storm here. And on the backside, we have our rear flank downdraft. Those are the winds that are wrapping around the backside of the storm, allowing for that rotation to occur. And it's right in the middle in this circled location on both storms where we have the highest potential of a tornado developing, okay? So whenever we take a look at our storm relative velocity, we do have tight rotation showing up with both of those storms in those exact locations, which is why we have those tornado warnings that are issued. Again, it's now 4:40 p.m. or 4:41 here on our Thursday, June 5th. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jacob Riley alongside Meteorologist Chris Wyden. We're making sure we've got our microphones unmuted, turned on, and everything like that, so that way we can provide you all with these updates as to what is going on. But as we take a look at our debris tracker, again, not seeing any debris being picked up in these specific locations. So again, as of right now, that's good news, and hopefully that trend will continue. Chris?
Yeah, the northern storm, we're getting reports that chasers have eyes on a tornado on that storm.
On the northern
south
storm?
of Portales, yes.
Okay, so we do have confirmation now with the tornado on the ground with this northern storm. Did they say relatively where that was going to be located at?
Didn't specify, just said chasers have eyes on a tornado on the northern storm.
It looks at 437, pull that back up, about 3 miles south of Causey. There was a multiple vortex tornado on the ground there. So as we zoom into Causey location, 3 miles south of Causey, that's the southern storm. They said a multi-vortex tornado had developed. So that's going to be on the southern storm here. That's this area. So heads up Lingo, Griffith, up back towards Needley Ward and northern portions of Cochran County. That's going to be headed your way, taking more of that easterly jog too. And this activity up in northern Roosevelt County, the same story for you. So we're going to track this out here in just a second. Let's go over, Randy, go ahead and pull that feed. Who is that in the sports monitor? Okay, pull Kyle's feed real quick. This is our storm chaser, Kyle Allen. We'll take this full screen. He's out there, and he's got actually that funnel with this particular tornado-warned storm on the ground. That's what's popping up there on the far right side of the screen. And whenever you can, Randy, pop me up on the green screen so I can show exactly what we're seeing with this. Let me know when that's ready, and I'll hop on. Okay, but there's our Lynx 1. So what we're taking a look at is this particular area here. It's a little bit more pixelated now, but that's a confirmed tornado on the ground, folks. This is a live look with our storm chaser, Kyle Allen, who's out in the field here in Roosevelt County, and he's tracking this confirmed tornado on the ground. Now, it looks like it's maybe going through that cycling process. It appears to be has lifted, but there's what's left of that funnel as it's continuing to rope out here with a live look in Roosevelt County. Randy, do we know what storm this is, if it's the northern one or the southernmost storm? Okay, so yeah, we'll try to see if we can figure out which storm exactly this is again, but what we're doing, we can see that tornado roping out right now. There it was on the ground. Got a very healthy looking mesocyclone though here with this storm. There's a wall cloud with additional development possible, and that could have gone through that wall cloud kind of a replacement cycle. Didn't see what this looked like exactly before all of that activity started to take place.
Jacob, we got a confirmed tornado warning now on the southern storm.
Okay, so that may be the one that Kyle is on. Chris, do you have that pulled up on links 2 or is it on links 1?
I have it on, well, it's on both right now, links 1 and 2.
Okay.
At 3:43 Mountain Daylight Time, a confirmed tornado was located 8 miles northeast of Dora,
links 1,
or
please.
11 miles southeast of Portales, moving southeast at 5 miles per hour.
Okay,
Jacob,
links
actually,
1.
we've got confirmed tornado warning now on both storms.
Okay, go back to link system number 1. We'll come back to Kyle's feed in a minute, not seeing anything. But folks, pretty serious situation here. We do have confirmed tornado warnings in effect now for this storm to the south and east of Dora, and another one here to the north and east of Dora. So both of these storms have confirmed tornadoes on the ground, and this is what we've been talking about today, folks. We have the atmospheric conditions available for something like this to happen. That's exactly what we're seeing out there right now through 4 p.m. Mountain Time, 5 p.m. Central Time here in northeastern Roosevelt, north central, and then in east central portions of Roosevelt County. This confirmed tornado warning as well. This is Bailey County, Texas. Muleshoe is going to be right about here. This is moving into southern Bailey County in northern portions of Cochran County. Morton, you need to be paying very close attention to this storm. Over the next hour, it will be moving into your area. So Morton, if you don't know where your safe place is now, you need to be keeping that in mind. Figure it out where that safe place is going to be so that you can go to stay safe when these storms roll through. But again, that's what we're looking at on radar right now. 2 confirmed tornado warnings across the region. So we'll keep it here on link system number 2 to give you that better idea as to exactly what we have going on. And Chris, here you go. Microphone fell off there, sir.
Sorry about that.
But go ahead, Chris.
Southernmost storm, we had a confirmed tornado near Lingo, or 28 miles southeast of Portales, moving southeast at 20 miles per hour on that particular storm.
Okay. So that's going to be this one here. You said southeast at 20. So here it is with our confirmed tornado warning.
You got a National Weather Service meteorologist that's on the northern storm up there near Rogers. He's reporting the tornado's already dissipated on that one.
And that's what it seems to be happening right now as we're going through these cycling processes with this activity. But again, that's going to continue to happen as this activity moves to the south and east. So here's confirmed tornado number 1.
Bailey County, heads up, we have a severe thunderstorm warning about to be issued for you for quarter-size hail and wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. We'll leave tornado possible tag out for now.
Okay. And this other one is moving southeast around 15 as well?
The north, yes. I believe so.
Okay. Brandy, I can't hear you. Could you say that one more time? Okay. So over the next hour here is where that northernmost storm is going to be headed. Okay, you can see that there. Again, these are confirmed tornado warnings, meaning that these tornadoes have been observed on the ground in this portion of our viewing area. If you're unfamiliar with the region, or if you're just now tuning in, the current time is 4:47 Central Time, 3:47 Mountain Time. We are tracking this activity over northwestern South Plains. This is northwest of Lubbock, but this activity is going to be tracking back towards the east and southeast as we move into the remainder of the evening hours. And right now, again, 2 confirmed tornado warnings. Bailey County is about to have that new severe thunderstorm warning issued for this activity that is moving in. So go ahead, Chris.
They're going to go ping pong ball size hail on the Bailey warning. And I'm not sure which storm they're issuing it for, the northern one or southern. They haven't specified.
If it's just Bailey County, it'll probably be that northern cell.
Yeah.
And heads up, Cochran County, you're going to have a new warning come out for you here pretty soon as well. And bear with us, folks, as we're getting things updated on social media as well while we're continuing our coverage here over the air. And these are 2 confirmed tornadoes.
What we got here? All right, the north. Well, I believe that's the north. Okay. One of our tornado warnings just canceled. Okay, our northernmost tornado warning has been canceled by the National Weather Service in Albuquerque.
Okay.
The storm, which prompted the warning, is weakened below severe limits and no longer appears to be producing a tornado. Therefore, the warning has been canceled. However, small hail, gusty wind, heavy rain still possible with that storm.
Okay.
And we have our severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to be for Bailey and Cochran County. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, ping pong ball size hail till 5:45, and that's going to encompass basically both those storms.
Okay.
More for the southern storm than the northernmost one.
Okay, so there's that new warning that Chris is mentioning. I'll get that up in just one second. But again, we're continuing our coverage here on KLBK of these. At one time, we had 2 confirmed tornado warnings with this activity. That northern storm, though, like we have been mentioning a little bit earlier, if you've been watching with us here on Facebook Live, one of these storms is going to win out at the end of the day. The atmosphere, there's a lot of ingredients there, and they're selfish. Only one of them is going to be able to kind of access most of them, maintain their intensity and stay severe. And it's that southernmost storm. Typically, it is the southernmost storm, but that's what we've seen happen here. So now our attention is going to be focusing on tracking this very closely as it moves to the south and east, because this activity is moving into a very favorable environment for storm intensification and storm development to continue to go on with this activity. Say that one more time, Randy. Okay, let's take Kyle Allen's feed. He is out live chasing in the field with us right now. He is on this southernmost storm that's exiting out of Roosevelt County, about to move into southern Bailey, northern portions of our Cochran County. So heads up, Morton, this is eventually going to be headed your way. But what we're seeing with this activity is the cycling continuing here with these tornadoes that have been producing. So we can see this is your wall cloud on the storm. Out ahead of it here, we have the updraft going on, inflow winds, and on the backside we have that rain cold air wrapping around. You can kind of see where that sinking drier air is at due to how steep the cloud base changes here, how quickly it cuts off. But it's in that area we'll be watching for the best potential for tornadic development. We are seeing some of those lower hanging clouds. We'll watch those. A little bit shaky on the video here, so I'm not able to get the clearest picture, but we will be watching that to see if any funnels develop, make touchdown with the ground. But again, you can definitely see some more of that rain shaft here in the background. Again, video a little shaky, too hard to tell if there is any contact to the surface in that general area. But again, that's what we'll be watching. We are streaming live on Facebook as well, so you can follow along there. Continue to watch us over the air here on KLBK and then our website and everything, Lubbock.com as well. But still watching this closely. Chris, real quickly from you, sir, have you seen any updates? I know you're trying to get all that pushed out to social media, but any new updates with any of this activity?
Nothing new so far.
Okay, real quickly, we'll come right back to Kyle's feed. Hop over to link system number 1. Let's take a look at what we've got out there right now. We do have this new severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued here. This does include northern Cochran, Bailey counties. Again, this is now moving out of New Mexico into western Texas. So this general area now is under the responsibility of our partners from the National Weather Service office in Lubbock. In Roosevelt County, it's under the jurisdiction of the National Weather Service office out of Albuquerque. So as this continues to push east, the National Weather Service in Lubbock is only issuing a severe thunderstorm warning on this for portions of Bailey and northern portions of Cochran County. The tornadic portion of the storm is still here in southeastern portions of Roosevelt County, east of the Causey area. And it's going to kind of ride that county line in Bailey and Cochran counties. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop to the other side of the screen. I'm going to be standing in the way of this text box over me, but notice what's down the line from this. Folks, from Littlefield to Levelland to Morton, and even on the far corner of your screen over here, shallow water, Lubbock, Wolfforth, we're going to have to watch this storm because the general area it's going to be moving is east, and it's going to start to take more of that southeasterly jog once it interacts with some different boundaries that we have in our atmosphere set up across the area. So Lubbock, giving you a 2-hour heads up, folks, okay? Need to keep a close eye on this storm because it could be the one that gives us the biggest run for our money in the Lubbock Metro later on today. Let's head back on over to Storm Chaser Kyle, who is out in the field. Kyle Allen right now taking a look at this. And I'm trying to get a view there. What's going on? Could have a funnel here. This portion of the storm right there that we'll be watching. But again, you can see some of that rain. Yeah, that's definitely it right there.
Yeah, Jacob, our northern storm
Right
is just being completely choked off. It's weakening.
Yeah, that northern storm is, and that's kind of what we were talking about. Let's keep it here, though. Kyle's in a great view of this. He's right along the state line. This is about to pass into northern portions, and look at that structure of that mesocyclone. Just a beautiful structure there on this storm. But right in this general area here, where he was zoomed in, is going to be the greatest area of concern. On the backside, what we're seeing right here, that's our rain shaft, our hail shaft, with that activity going on right there. You can see kind of a bit more opaque with the view on the storm at that location. But again, out ahead of the storm on this side, those winds are coming in from this side of the screen into the storm this way, feeding in with those inflow winds. On the back side, what we're seeing is some of that sinking, drier, cooler air out of the upper levels of this storm, and it's wrapping around the front, and it's right in this area right here where we are seeing that rotation occur, and it's in that location we'll be watching very closely for that tornadic development. Did see some lowering there with Kyle's feed a few moments ago, so let's leave this feed up that we've got right now. And to any of our viewers that are watching us on Facebook Live, we do have an additional Facebook Live that is up and going now to include kind of what we're showing over the air for you as well. But again, a live look over the air on KLBK Channel 13. The current time is now 4:54 p.m. We've got Storm Chaser Kyle Allen, who is out in the field with us today, and he is taking a look at this storm in portions of Bailey County. Looks like we're moving into southern Bailey, northern Cochran County. Let's hop back over to Link System 1 while he gets his camera situation figured out, and we'll show you where that storm is at right now. We have video confirmation coming in now from Fletcher Aerial Solutions of that confirmed tornado on the ground that was southeast of Dora moments ago. So we'll work on getting that pushed out to social. Chris, are you seeing any updates, though, right now from the National Weather Service? Are they giving us any more updates as to what they're seeing or what is going on in this general portion of our viewing area on Lynx 1?
Not particular at the moment. Now I'm over here looking at our Skyview camera in Morton. The wind's howling in Morton. That's outflow ahead of the storms system coming in.
And look at the Albuquerque chat because I think we're getting more details coming in there, Chris.
Okay, a colleague of ours, former meteorologist with one of the meteorologists out of Amarillo, is reporting there's another tornado forming on the...
Okay.
Now he's quoting a chaser. I don't think he's actually there.
All right, getting video up on social media now, a video from Fletcher Aerial Solutions of this confirmed tornado.
Can report a two... Okay, we're seeing a report now. There may be 2 tornadoes on the ground with this storm.
Okay. And what location, Chris?
They don't specify in particular.
Okay, so it's likely this portion of the storm that's moving into northern Cochran County, so heads up Morton. Let's take Lynx 2 real quick. Let's take Lynx 2 to show our viewers what everything looks like in the city of Morton. So what we're able to see on Morton is this supercell approaching back from the north and west, seeing a lot of dust getting kicked up, and the wind is very strong. That wind in Morton is flowing into that storm right now, giving it a better idea of or giving it more of the ingredients it needs and more of the moisture, that rising air to sustain itself. So that's what we're watching with this activity here. But like you said, Chris, we do have people out in the field that are communicating with us through the National Weather Service chat, and they are saying that there are confirmed 2 tornadoes on the ground with the storm now.
Tornado warning coming out for Cochran County.
Okay, so Cochran County warning coming up real quick. Let's go to Kyle's feed, and we'll show you. I think we've got visual of this tornado on the ground, Chris. But it's hard to see because it's so dark on our end too, but right in this area is where we will have that tornado on the ground. At one point in time, 2 confirmed tornadoes on the ground with this storm as it's continuing there. You can see it's where Kyle's at. He's in a spot that it's not too windy. The grass not blowing all too much. But again, this is a live view there looking back into the base of the mesocyclone in towards where the wall cloud is located. And it's in that general area that this tornado is going to be occurring. But we do have a new tornado warning that is coming out now into portions of Cochran County. Morton, get ready to head to your safe place, okay?
Folks,
so
this is approximately about 18 miles west-northwest of Morton.
Okay, and it's moving off to the east and southeast of Morton. This is going to be moving very close to you. This is a look right now, and this storm is the storm that has a history of producing multiple confirmed tornadoes throughout Roosevelt County, and it's moving into northern portions of Cochran County right now. Southern Bailey County, still a very strong storm going on for you. Looks like it's hail dominated up to possibly 2 to 3, maybe even 4-inch in diameter sized hail. But real quickly, let's hop over to link system number 1 while Kyle's getting out of the trees there, the few trees that exist in that portion of our viewing area, and show you this. If you're watching this over the air and you're feeling a little anxious about the weather today, make sure you review your severe weather safety plan. Where are you going to go if severe weather, a tornado warning, is issued for your location? The best place to go is into an interior room away from any outside walls or windows. The goal is to put as much space between you and the outside of your home as physically possible. If you have access to a basement, that's a great place to go. Underground is always going to be your safest option. If you get caught out on the roadways in your car or something like that, try to find a sturdy shelter nearby that you can actually go into and seek shelter in. If there are no options at all, make sure you are getting into a low-lying area and cover your heads, okay? If you have your safe place in your home, make sure to carry a pillow in there with you, a blanket, something to cover your head. If you east instead of the due east. When that happens, you're going to notice a shift in this. So this is going to be impacting Morton within the next hour. The next hour after that heads up over towards Littlefield, down towards Levelland, Pettit, Whiteface, Oklahoma Flat, Looms Chapel, Witt Harrell. It'll be headed your way the hour after that. But this is the storm that's going to be giving us the biggest headache, the biggest run for our money here over the next couple of hours. So let's check back in with Kyle's feed real quick. We'll pull Kyle's live stream up full screen. He's still on this storm with a confirmed tornado warning associated with it. And what we're able to see on his screen right now is the portion of the storm where that tornado would be occurring. Right now, you can see maybe a possible distant funnel in this location, maybe that location as well. Again, at one time we did have confirmed 2 tornadoes on this storm as it was going through a cycling process. One was dying off, one was strengthening. So again, this is what we're looking at on the screen right now. Again, seeing some of that dust getting kicked up with the outflow winds right here on this side of the storm, but back on this side is where the greatest potential is existing for a tornado. Can't tell if this is funnel or if this is just a scud cloud. I think it may be just scud. But again, this general area is the portion of the storm. That could be the funnel right there, Chris, popping up. But again, you can see some of that dust getting kicked up right here out ahead of it on the right side of the screen.
Folks, just heads up, in addition to the confirmed tornado with this storm is now capable of producing up to baseball-size hail.
Okay. So that's 2.75 inches in diameter. So if you live, let's go back to Lynx 1 real quick.
And folks, that will activate, if you're in...
Yep, that's where I was headed.
Yeah, if you're... Yeah, great minds think alike. If you're in that Cochran County area, your phone went off, your wireless emergency alert went off for the confirmed tornado warning. It's about to go off again as they update the warning and increase the hail to baseball size.
Yeah, so those WEA alerts, those wireless emergency alerts, are sent out whenever we have at least baseball-sized hail, confirmed tornadoes, or at least 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts with event. So this meets 2 of those criteria with a confirmed tornado and the baseball-sized hail. But again, the current time is now 5:03. We have made it into our Trends and Friends show, but we are going to be continuing to track coverage here of severe weather across the South Plains.
Apologies to Brandy.
Sorry, Brandy. Yeah, she'll understand. Sorry to her guests that were on today, but of course we have to continue with the life-saving severe weather coverage here with confirmed tornadoes on the ground heading into Cochran County.
Okay, your
Kyle's
phone,
feedback. Go ahead.
Yeah, phones are going off now. They just issued the warnings, so
okay,
keep that in mind.
You can see that went from more of a yellow flashing box back to a more of a tan flashing box. So it's Kyle's feed there. He's zooming in the middle portion of your screen at that rotation that's ongoing with this storm. This is that rotating wall cloud, and on the base of it in this general area is where we will see that tornado, if it's in fact on the ground. Right now I'm not seeing anything visibly making it to the ground, but we do have some dust swirls that are ongoing here on the bottom side of it. Again, a little bit of a shaky video out there with Kyle, but we're seeing that rotation here with a wall cloud, this particular portion of the storm. We are seeing that dust kind of get kicked up, a little wobbly there on the screen. But again, that's the area that we're going to be keeping a very close tab on as this storm has gone through the process of producing several confirmed tornadoes throughout its lifespan thus far. So Morton, you need to be in your safe place. Go back to link system number 1 really quickly. We'll hop back to Kyle's feed in just a second. This is where the storm is at now. This is where it's heading, arriving in Neely Ward around 5:30 p.m., Star Route at 5:36, and in Morton at around 5:55 p.m. So we'll be keeping a very close eye on that. Seeing some of that green pop up on radar back towards Lehman, back towards Whiteface. Could be additional development out ahead of the storm. That's roughly the approximate location of our outflow boundary, though. So we'll see how that begins to interact if it does, in fact, make this storm take more of a right jog, more of a southeasterly turn here over the next couple of minutes. But
this is about
let's go back to Kyle's feed.
Yeah, this is about to cross the state line. It's 2 miles west of the state line there. So,
for sure. So what we're seeing on the screen now, this lighter shade of dust on this side right here is kind of that rear flank downdraft, those outflow winds coming around the back side of the storm, wrapping around the front. And on the front side over here, you can see some of that dust kind of getting lofted up into the updraft. So this is the area where we have the greatest rotation in the storm. If we're going to have a tornado on the ground, it will definitely be visible there on the screen there with Kyle's feet. So we'll keep that up as long as it's running. And then if it does cut, if it cuts out, we'll go back to link system number 1. Chris, we seen any updates in the National Weather Service chat?
The last update was the one I just mentioned there a minute ago. It's about to cross the state line here. Looking at our Skyview camera there on the Cochran County Courthouse, and I think it's froze up. So,
yeah, I may have to click out of it and click back on, and hopefully it will refresh. But there with Kyle's feed, continue to pay very close attention to that. As the storm is kind of going through that cycling process, it's starting to interact with that boundary like we've been talking about. It's going to kind of make it change its course of action over the next little bit. So probably we'll see it briefly weaken as that happens, and then as it continues to chug along to the south and east, we will see it take more of that right turn, I think, and bring those impacts very close to the city of Morton. So Morton, stay prepared. You're not technically in this confirmed tornado warning right now, but we will be watching it very closely. So Kyle's feed is out. We're working to get that reestablished. Not the best service out in that portion of the viewing area. But on Lynx 1 right now, we're still tracking that confirmed tornado warning that's ongoing in northern portions of Cochrane, southern portions of Bailey County. Muleshoe, you're in the clear of this warning and in the clear of the severe thunderstorm warning as well. Very heavy rain falling back through central and southern portions, though, of Bailey County.
And I want to remind everyone north of the actual tornado warning, that is a destructive severe thunderstorm warning for most of Bailey County, and that's for baseball-sized hail.
Right, baseball-sized hail possible with that. Also keeping an eye here in Curry County, a new warning now including up the northern portions of Roosevelt County. That activity will be tracking in later on this evening as well, so we'll be watching that with more activity. Now moving into the central portions of Lee County, a new severe thunderstorm warning now is out for central portions of Lee County, New Mexico through 4:45 p.m. Mountain Time. We'll swap our radar site back here to the Midland site, and this one is going to be warned for the large hail, but also the damaging wind potential that's existing with this particular thunderstorm as well. So it is warned for up to lime-sized hail, which is 2 inches in diameter, and some 70 mile-per-hour wind gusts. So that activity is going to be continuing to track on off towards the north and east, and as this moves further into our area, it will begin to bring more impacts in as well, as will this storm near Carlsbad. So those storms are going to push up near Lovington, Hobbs area over the next hour or so. So those will bear watching for our region as well.
Okay, looking at a couple of different updates here from Albuquerque's National Weather Service. Confirmed tornado located near Causey, 29 miles southeast of Portales, moving east at 10. Switch over to Lubbock Weather Service, 5:07 Central Time. Confirmed tornado 5 miles east of Lingo. That's Lingo Causey area there. 16 miles northwest of Morton, moving east at 20 miles per hour. And again, this is a observed.
So right here.
Observed confirmed tornado warning. We've also got baseball-sized hail possible as well.
Yeah, you can definitely see that real quick. What I'm going to do is show you what our 3D radar is showing right now. This is looking up into the atmosphere, looking up to the storm, and you can see the whole anvil with this activity. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of trim this out and show you where that main hail core is located at right now. And notice big-time hail core showing up here in southern portions of Bailey County, near Baileyboro, Maple, back north of the Neely Ward area. But that activity there is where we have the highest likelihood of seeing that baseball-sized hail going on. These are some very tall storms across the area too, pushing at least 30 to
Muleshoe, you're dodging the bullet.
You are.
With
that's
this
what we're
storm.
saying.
With this storm, let me say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this, you can see it's moving more easterly. But what's going to happen as it interacts with this activity, instead of moving more east, it's going to start to take more of this southeasterly track. So
I'll
that's
say
why we're
this,
saying,
if you're in Muleshoe, do not drive down Highway 214 down south.
please don't do that.
Yeah.
Please do not do that. Don't get
sure that you have 2 or 3 at least rooms that you can go to for safety if you don't have a cellar. If you don't have a cellar, go down as low as you can. We have some tornado safety rules that Madison, maybe we can find here in just a minute. We can put that up for our friends. But nevertheless, the folks in Cochrane County, Morton, and look,
a decent job showing that activity. Keeps it a little far north, but watch what it does. Starts to move it more to the east and southeast. It's a little delayed with that and a little too far north with the storm. So take those things into consideration. But notice as it interacts with the activity back to our south and west as well, the biggest impact time for the Lubbock Metro is going to be that 6, 7, 8 p.m. time frame. But notice late tonight, more activity is moving in out of the Panhandle with continued activity over southern areas as well. So we are not going to be done with this event anytime soon. In fact, by 11 p.m., Matador, Paducah could be getting in on the action with more activity continuing overnight tonight. So this isn't kind of a one single storm and done event. We're going to be dealing with this for quite a while for the remainder of the evening hours.
Weather Service is noting we're getting a new mesocyclone with this storm developing there. It's just south of Mabel.
And that's what I was circling with this general area here.
Yeah, right
so
there.
Through that cycling process, because with the backside, you can see there's that portion of the tornado-warned storm, and now seeing that cycling here. So these chasers here on the backside, this storm is it's jumping over them, and it is developing now to their east, out ahead of it. And it's this particular portion of the storm that we'll be watching very closely. And again, you're able to see that's the overall portion that is starting to take more of that southeastern jog as well, Chris. And so that is what we're looking at right now.
Yeah, number of reports, storm chasers earlier, this tornado between Causey and Lingo there in New Mexico.
And that hail size is now being bumped up to 3 inches in diameter with this storm. So that's going to be about pickleball sized, about 3 inch in diameter. And we can see that our radar is very much in agreement with that.
Spotter just reported this is from the National Weather Service, Spotter just reported a tornado 16 miles west-northwest of Morton, which would place it just inside the state line, and
it's likely associated with that old portion of the storm that we've been talking about, right? With that old mesocyclone. But now with the new development that we're expecting further to the east, we're expected to continue with that tornado potential as well. Really good pictures coming in now. Thank you to hold on just one second. Molly Thomas sent this in from Dora, New Mexico. I'm going to get it posted up to social media real quick of the tornado that was on the ground with this activity. All right, the current time is now 5:15. Continuing with this confirmed tornado warning in northern portions of Cochran County, keeping a very close eye with our partners at the National Weather Service. We have storm chasers who are out in the field with this activity as well. And of course, you who are out there on social media getting these reports into us, we appreciate that very much as well to help give a better image, a better, more realistic approach as to what's expected for these areas as activity continues to push east. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, 2 minutes ago, last update, National Weather Service, 5:13, a confirmed tornado 4 miles southwest of Maple, 12 miles northwest of Morton, moving east at 20 miles per hour. So this is right on the southern Bailey, northern Cochran County line.
It's riding that county line right now. So Morton, you need to be in your safe place. Go ahead and get there. If you live in Morton and you're watching us on your TV, go ahead and head to your safe place, okay? Turn up your volume on your TV all the way up so that way you can hear us from there, or take your phone with us. We are streaming live on Facebook as well. We're working on getting Kyle's feed back up. It's kind of glitching in and out right now. So once we get that back more stabilized, we'll show you this activity that looks like a potential tornado on the ground. About 12 miles now west-northwest of Morton, there are spin-ups with this storm that are occurring. Go ahead, Chris.
We've got our Morton Skyview camera
Let's
back
take that
up.
on link system number 2, please.
Yes.
Take link system number 2 full. Chris, talk about what we're seeing here on this image.
Yeah, we're looking back in the distance there. We're looking, I believe this may be looking back to the north and west. Of course, it's hard to see anything from this particular distance. You can see there's a good bit of outflow gust winds there in Morton area. You see the tree waving there pretty good bit, but in that far distance, that's where we're going to be watching here on this camera view. And we're trying to get Kyle's feedback up, but here's the thing, that's a fairly rural part there of Bailey and Cochran County, and you've got multiple storm chasers, meteorologists, scientists out there. They're probably all fighting over bandwidth
Yes.
from the what few cell towers are out there.
Right. So it's not a best place for internet services to be able to get these reports in a timely manner, but it's something that we are working to gather more information on as it becomes more readily available with us. So that's a live look in Morton. Let's go back to link system number 1. Chris is going to keep a close eye on that storm for us as it continues to track towards Morton. Right now, overall, it's tracking right along the county line, so Morton, heads up for you. If it starts to take that southeastern dive, it is going to move very close to the city of Morton, so we'll be watching for that potential very, very closely. But if it continues its current trajectory, it should stay just to the north of the city of Morton. Chris is hearing some dinging over there for some notifications in the National Weather Service chat. Is that anything regarding the storms that we have going on in our area at the moment?
Continuation of the severe thunderstorm warning for Bailey and Cochran. Outside of the tornado warning, we still have the possibility of pickleball or teacup-sized hail, 3 inches of hail there, 60 mile per hour. Wind gust, just few storm reports here coming out of the National Weather Service in Albuquerque. Keep in mind, Albuquerque is responsible for Roosevelt and Curry County there in New Mexico, and right around that Causey, Lingo area, just storm spotters, broadcast meteorologists report tornadoes on the ground there earlier.
Yeah, and still continue to see those reports cycle in of them being on the ground, them lifting, them reproducing, and touching down once again. So Morton, heads up for you. You are in that severe thunderstorm warning. Destructive capabilities up to that 3-inch in diameter sized hail, which is about a large apple size, teacup size, pickleball size, a couple of reference points there that people are going to be more commonly familiar with. But again, that 60 mile per hour wind gust possible in that general location. So trying to check some of the mesonet sites in the area to see if we have any reports. Not seeing anything within that general area right now. Morton has gusted to 40 miles per hour today with these inflow winds that are moving through, but this is the general story there. So something real quickly, we'll set the stage for the entire area today. We do have the severe weather outlook, level 3 out of 5 enhanced risk that has been issued for the majority of the KLBK viewing area. And folks, we are still at the beginning of this storm
Got a
weather outbreak today.
Yeah, Weather Service says we have strong rotation being picked up by the Cannon Air Force Base radar.
Or take Derek's feed, sorry. So we also have Derek Jenner out in the field with us today. This is a live look at his feed. He's very close to the base of the storm. You can see a lot of that dust getting kicked up as well. Let's take links system number 2 because we have a very strong debris ball now that is showing up with this storm. At least we think it's debris ball. So we're going to take a look at this and dive in and show you exactly what it is that we're talking about. So this is a product known as our correlation coefficient product. Whenever a tornado is on the ground, it is lifting debris into the atmosphere. That debris is not going to be very correlated. Let's hop over to link system number 1, meaning that if it's not correlated, it's going to have a lot different shapes and sizes and densities, things like that, right? So that's what we're seeing show up here with this particular product just south of Maple, north of Neely Ward on the Bailey and Cochran County line. So as we go back to our storm relative velocity, that's where we have the peaked amount of rotation ongoing with this storm, and that is where we have a bit of that hook echo occurring as well. So it's in this location right now where we have this confirmed tornado on the ground moving off towards the east at about 15 miles per hour. So this is going to be passing very close to Morton. Morton does not hurt for you to be in your safe place as the storm passes through. This rotation is about 11 miles west-northwest of Morton, 2 miles southwest of Maple, the general location of that rotation. So do we have Kyle's feed back up, Randy? It went back down? Okay. Let me know when Kyle's feed is back up. I think he's trying to catch up with the storm because he kind of is on the backside of where it cycled from. But we will be watching this very, very closely there northwest of Morton. So if you know of anyone that lives between Morton back towards Enox there, that is State Highway 214. This confirmed tornado is located right along, let's zoom in locally here, County Road 1326 and County Road 65. That's moving right along County Road 1326 to the east. Will pass right overhead Maple. After it moves through Maple, it will continue its track back towards the east moving very close to Enox, very close to the Morton area. Neely Ward, Star Route, you need to be in your safe places as well in those locations as this activity is continuing to push into that portion of the region. But something we're continuing to see as well, I've mentioned this a couple of times now, this activity to the south of this main storm, okay? Let's talk about that for a second. That's about where our outflow boundary is located, and it's starting to drift back to the north and east. As it continues to do that, this activity that's developing is going to be riding that boundary back to the east and southeast, and it will bring it very close here to portions of Lamb, Hockley, Hale, and Lubbock counties, now all the way through the really 6 to 7 p.m. time frame. So heads up for us here in Lamb, Hockley, Hale, and Lubbock counties through the rest of the evening with this particular storm. Chris, you have some updates for us?
Yeah, latest update here 1 minute ago, 5:22, a confirmed tornado located over Maple. So that would be just in southern
and that's what
Bailey
we were just
County.
talking about too.
Yeah, 10 miles northwest of Morton. This is still moving east at 10 miles per hour. So yeah, Maple back over toward Enox, that southern portion of the area, the Bailey County.
Right. And you said east at 10, Chris?
East at 20.
East at 20, okay.
I think we got a lot of storm chasers out here today because we're seeing multiple storm reports coming out of the National Weather Service Albuquerque for when this was over in Roosevelt County earlier.
Right.
Just numerous reports of broadcast media and storm chasers, scientists reporting this tornadoes.
Yep, so these are the areas now with the greatest potential of seeing that. Morton, you're not out of the clear just yet, but it looks like the most intense portion of this storm where that confirmed tornado is occurring is going to pass just to the north of town in Morton. So Morton, there's an update for you, just heads up there. But again, confirmed tornado overhead Maple, Texas, which is in southern Bailey County, just north of the Cochran County line, that is continuing to push off towards the east. Like Chris mentioned, there are a lot of chasers out in the field. Let's go to the feed that we have up in our sports monitor. Is this DG or is this Kyle? So let's pull DG's feed full screen. And this is what we're talking about with Chris. This chaser convergence, always a huge thing out here. And the sides of the roads are lined with these storm chasers who are out there right now. And of course, as soon as we take it, it's going to freeze up. But let's go back to link system number 1. But in fact, go to link system number 2. Chris, we have a very strong rotation signature showing up with this storm right now. Talk a little bit about that as we pull up that storm relative velocity.
Hang on one second there. I think I clicked something back. I'm kind of bouncing between radar sites here. This is the radar coming out of Lubbock's airport.
Go to storm relative velocity 2 instead of base.
Oh, I'm on base, Emma. Sorry about that.
Yes. Nope. Yeah, you're good.
There we go.
Okay, talk a little bit about what you're seeing there, Chris.
Yeah, right in here. This is northwest of Morton. Again, this is the radar picking up the area of rotation. And what's going on here, you see these green and these red pixels. And again, the red pixels, that's precipitation that is blowing away from the radar side in Lubbock. And then you have the green pixels, which is rotation, or in this case, precipitation that is blowing back toward the radar site in Lubbock here. So again, we have that counterclockwise spin there on the radar view. And again, as I mentioned, that's the Lubbock radar. We got a couple of different radars. This is the radar Jacob and I have been using here for our coverage the last little bit. You see it's a little bit more pronounced here on the view. But again, this is the radar coming out of Cannon Air Force Base here. And again, this is moving off to the east here at about 20 miles per hour. Again, more or less, it's still hugging the county line here, Bailey, Cochran County, on this storm. And tell you what, let me pop up our Skyview camera in Morton. And again, we've been watching this as well. And good bit of wind there blowing into Morton, and that's ahead of the storm here as we continue to look at that view there. Camera shaking, probably some areas of dust being blown out as well there into the Morton area. But again, this is northwest. It's probably about 10 miles northwest there of Morton. And again, this last report, this was a confirmed tornado, and it was reported near the Maple community here. But Jacob is starting to look like it's trying to backbuild maybe more into northern Cochran County now.
And I think that's where I know people at home are probably sick and tired of hearing the word outflow, but it's that boundary that it's really starting to interact with. But the latest update here from the Storm Prediction Center, we'll go back to link system number 1 and show you this right now. Beginning to see that supercell become a lot more organized. Looks really messy here. Beginning to see more of that organization here with the southernmost storm. We have a couple of cells going on. We've got this one here. We have another cell on the top side of here, and then it looks like another cell on the east side of this. But the southernmost cell is the one that's going to start to take more of that right jog with the outflow boundary. That's where we have the confirmed tornado. And Chris, some of the chasers out in the field are saying that this entire mesocyclone, which is the rotating portion of the storm, is on the ground.
Yeah.
So this is starting to develop now, a new one, 7 miles northwest of Morton. The old meso is still there, and it's even stronger than what it was 10 miles northwest of Morton.
Yeah,
so
we were just mentioning this a couple of seconds.
Probably multiple tornadoes possible with this. So we have a new mesocyclone developing here. The old meso is back in this general area, which is right over the top of Maple. So we can kind of see that there. We had a great rotation signature there near Maple moments ago. This activity is now pushing south and east. Morton, you still need to pay a very close eye on this storm. The best risk of this tornado is going to pass to your north. The greatest risk, I should say. So you still need to be in your safe place. Morton, you do have a storm approaching you from the south. It's not severe, but it does have some heavy rain that's going to be going on with it. That's not the tornadic portion of this activity that's moving into Morton now. But again, it is something that you'll have to keep in mind there. Let's
Jacob, you might want to notice back to the northwest too. We're seeing some new storms there popping up just to the
near Melrose, south of Melrose area.
West of Cannon Air Force Base there.
And also down south, we have this activity moving into portions of Lee County. All of this is going to start to progress its way further to the east this evening, bringing some big-time impacts to southern areas as well. So, unfortunately, Chris, today's verifying quite well compared to what the forecast was.
And by the way, the hail size in our severe thunderstorm here, the complex, has been lowered from down to 2-inch hail now.
Earlier, it was 3-inch,
yes.
Right, which is about a large apple-sized teacup pickleball. Those are a couple of reference points, to let you know how large that hail is. But this is by far the most intense storm that we have right now. But I want you to look on the bottom right side of your screen. There's Lubbock County. There's the Lubbock metro area. The reason that we're focusing a lot on this storm is to give you folks in the Lubbock metro as much of a heads up as possible, okay? Because this is the storm that I think that Chris and I have been talking about is going to pose us with the greatest risk of severe storms in the metro today. So this looks now still going pretty slow. Between 6:30 to 7:30, 8 o'clock, the biggest impact for us. Chris, you have some updates for us?
Yeah, latest update here, 5:29, that was a minute ago. Confirmed tornado 4 miles southeast of Maple or 7 miles northwest of Morton, moving east at 20 miles per hour. So yes, this thing is more or less bat built and is now
here. You can see the debris ball on radar.
Exactly.
Right here. Are you on the Lubbock site on links 2?
I am on Cannon Air Force Base, I believe.
There we go. Okay.
No, I'm on Lubbock. I'm on Lubbock.
Okay, so we're going to take our quad box here, and we're going to show you this activity. Everything is lining up perfectly, unfortunately, with this storm. So we can see there's our debris ball. Top left corner, that's your radar. When you're looking in your Everything Lubbock weather app, this is what you're going to be seeing on the top left side of your screen. That's what the radar looks like in terms of rainfall, okay? The bottom right side, this is what we call our severe tracker, okay? This is looking at the areas where hail is most likely in our atmosphere, where rotation is most likely, where rain, shear, all of that is most likely with this activity. Notice that area of red in that circle on the bottom right side of your screen, showing that's where we have the greatest rotation. And when we take a look at our rotating winds, that red and green are touching, okay? Those areas in red are where the winds are going towards or away from the radar site in Clovis, and the areas in green is where it's coming towards, okay? So that's how we know where the rotation is at. On the debris detector, good news is we don't see a lot of debris picked up right now. The reason is because this is in the middle of mainly nowhere, thankfully. So let's get more of a live ground view right now. Chris is on link system number 2 with a live look for Morton back into the belly of this beast. Let's take link system number 2 full screen. Chris, tell us what we're seeing there towards the middle of the screen.
Yeah, we're seeing pretty decent view of the wall cloud. Unfortunately, that tree in the corner is in the way. If that tree wasn't there, we'd probably have a little bit better perspective on this storm. And I'm going to come over here with my little mouse pointer and kind of point out what we're looking at. But we're watching in this general area, and there is a little shower thunderstorms kind of popped up over Morton there. So yeah, we've got the rain falling in the Morton area, and I think, Jacob, this may be starting to obscure our view on this, but this general area is where we would be watching here.
Sure, and let's go back to DG's feed. He's still out live in the field. He's on this storm as well. We'll take his feed full screen because he's seeing a view of this as well. You can see the main portion of the storm on the far left side of the screen, shadowed bit by the rain shaft that's going on there. He's running into this lighter shower ahead. But what we're talking about too, chaser convergence. You can see all the storm chasers out in the field right now, but take a look at that thing. We'll keep this one full speed.
Wow.
This is the wall cloud here.
Yeah.
This is not this whole thing right here is not a tornado on the ground, okay? Let's take a breath. But again, that's the portion of the storm, and it's hard to see with the trees obscuring the view, the few trees that we have in this region. But this lowering right here, look at that. That whole mesocyclone is on the ground. That's what we're talking about. Chris, look at that. That could be the whole tornado on the ground, actually, right there.
Jacob, they've went PDS tornado warning now on this.
Okay, this is a very significant situation, folks. Keep this feed full screen. This is a massive wedge tornado that we have on the ground in Cochran County. Chris, give us that update.
Yeah, 5:32, a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located 4 miles southeast of Maple or 7 miles northwest of Morton, moving east at 20 miles per hour. And again, the damage threat considerable, observed. And again, as I mentioned, this is what we call a PDS tornado warning.
Yes. Okay, somebody contact, if this is Derek, have him turn around and face back. I think that's what he's doing, facing back to the north. Hopefully he will turn around quick because we have a massive wedge tornado on the ground with this storm. Chris, real quickly for our audience watching on Facebook Live, check in with them. Tell them to tune into KLBK and watch this storm because this is a massive confirmed wedge tornado that we have on the ground right now northwest of Morton, Texas. Take a look at this, folks. This is one of those days that we've been talking about with the forecast today. Chris, could you real quick give an update there to Links 1? Just make sure everybody knows to tune in to KLBK.
Jacob, we have got the tornado on our Morton Skyview camera as well.
Okay, real quickly, go to link system number 2. We'll take that up to give a view there. Yeah, there's that tornado. Go back to DG's feed. It's a lot better. Okay, so for those of you streaming us on Facebook Live right now, we are live over the air on Channel 13 as well. We're able to give you a better view of a confirmed wedge tornado that's on the ground there in Morton, northwest of Morton. Morton, you need to be in your safe place. Head to our live streams on our Facebook pages. We do have more updates there. But over the air, Channel 13, that's where you need to be right now because we have visuals of a wedge tornado. This is a life-threatening situation in northern portions of Cochran County, southern Bailey County. Chris, on links system number 1 or 2, whichever one works best for you, I want you to work on drawing up a track of this storm. Let us know where it's going to be headed next, the individuals that could be most impacted. But folks, we don't see this too frequently out here, and it's a good thing that we don't. Again, a confirmed life-threatening situation ongoing in northern Cochran County, and unfortunately, this is exactly what we feared with the forecast for the day today. So if you live from Morton, back up towards the Enox area, northern portions of Cochran, southern portions of Bailey County, you need to be in your safe place immediately. Northwestern Hockley, southwestern portions of Lamb County, you need to keep an eye on this as well. Look at just the rotation with that. DG here is working on getting a better placement of this, but man, do you have the Morton camera up still on links 2?
I do, but it's frozen. We may have lost power or
okay, go to link system. Let's wait and see if DG is going to be repositioning with this. But the current time is now 5:36 here on our Thursday, June 5th, 2025. We have a very serious situation setting up here in northern Cochran, southern Bailey. Look at that, Chris. Can you see that? That is a monster tornado on the ground now. Northern Cochran, southern Bailey County. That thing is massive. This is undoubtedly a wedge tornado. Thank God this is in mainly open areas, but we're praying for the individuals in the path of this storm because this is going to be headed right into their areas. So on link system number 1, let's pop that up really quickly. We'll come back to DG's feed very fast, but go to link system number 1 right now. Here's that confirmed tornado northeast of Neely Ward, right in this general area. Morton, you're here. This is moving off towards the east. Chris, does it still look like it's moving mainly east or taking more of a southeasterly jog?
The last update, it was still moving east at 20 miles per hour. And
so that's going to be moving in this general direction. But no one needs to be traveling between Enix and Morton, okay? Heads up, Pettit. Heads up, Pep, northwestern Hockley County. This will be headed your way. Go back to GG's feed. We'll pull this up and show you. What happens whenever tornadoes are this large, when they're this strong, we tend to see these supercells get very, very active. You can see it's starting to really increase in its forward motion as well, and they take more of that right turn. So we'll be watching Morton closely. Morton, go ahead and get in your safe place. If you live in Morton, Texas, if you know of someone that lives in Morton, Texas, call them, text them right now. Make sure they know it's headed their way. We're covering this confirmed tornado on KLBK right now, and it looks like we're getting that horizontal rotation here. Can you see this? Balling out to the side, a very memorable storm like that, as well as the Tuscaloosa, Alabama tornado back in 2011. Had that horizontal rotation kind of arm swing around the outside. Those only occur with the strongest tornadoes that we see here across the United States, really across the entire world. But again, this is a life-threatening situation. I want you to understand the urgency of this situation. We don't see tornadoes like this every single year in our area. Used to, they happen a lot more frequently. We don't see that as commonly as much anymore, but this is a very serious situation in northern Cochrane, southern Bailey County. I'm going to hop on over to this side of the screen, and I misspoke quite a bit whenever I first came on this screen with this, because we saw this massive wall of black, and I said, there's no way that's the tornado, but unfortunately it is. And we are seeing that wedge on the ground right now, north of Morton, heading very close to the city of Morton. So Morton,
all right, folks, we have a new tornado warning for this storm. This is until 6:30, northeastern Cochrane, northwestern Hockley County now in this warning. 5:37, a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado 4 miles northwest of Morton, moving east at 30. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. Weather spotters confirm tornado.
Confirmed tornado. Chris, on link system number 2, do we have that pulled up? Of the new warning, would you zoom it out just a little bit so we can give a bit of a better heads up further down the road? But folks, that wedge tornado is still on the ground. This is a life-threatening situation, northern Cochrane, southern Bailey counties. Let's go to link system number 1 now, real quick. We'll hop over there and show you where this new warning has been issued. The confirmed tornado, it's this whole red thing popping up on radar right here, and it's starting to take more of that right turn. We've been talking about that right turn and how crucial it's going to be with the tracking of this storm. The National Weather Service has now added that to the warning. Notice Pettit, we've been talking about you, down to Coble, to Pep. You're included in this warning. Morton, you are as well. The bulk of this looks to pass just north of the city of Morton, but in Morton, you need to be in your safe place as well. Let's get back to DG's feed. We'll show you what that is. Wait, let's go back to links 1 really quick. There's a tornado still ongoing, but that latest update continues to keep more of that east-southeasterly track on it. So Morton, get to your safe place now. Go back to DG's feed. Thank you, Randy, who is our director in the booth, kind of changing everything for us. But look at that. That's not something you see every day, thank God, but when it is, it needs to be taken very seriously. This isn't your run-of-the-mill tornado warning where, oh, there's a chance radar showing it. This is confirmed on the ground. Chris, did they go PDS warning?
They did go PDS.
Okay, so what PDS stands for is a particularly dangerous situation. What that means is that if you are caught into this, your life is at risk, okay? Not saying that to scare you, but let you know the urgency of the situation that we are currently dealing with here in northern portions of Cochrane, southern portions of Bailey County, where we have this confirmed large wedge tornado on the ground, continuing to track to the east and starting to take more of that southeasterly jog as well. We're continuing to keep an eye on our partners here in the National Weather Service chat, seeing what they're seeing what the reports are, but I mean, it doesn't get much clearer than this, folks. Big time wedge tornado on the ground. Chris, it's probably been going on for at least 10 minutes now.
Yeah, it definitely has. And outside of the tornado warning, we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning for 4-inch hail and 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. That's going to include portions here of Bailey, Cochrane, Hockley, and the Lamb County area here.
Okay.
And I will get that out.
Yeah, and you can just see kind of on the outside of this how the whole mesocyclone is almost touching the ground. The outside bands of that just spinning around and around. It's very brown. There's a lot of dirt, dust in this area. It's more of an open area. It looks like our feed may be cutting up a little bit here. So we'll hop back over to link. No, it's still going. It's just that big of a storm. Goodness. But yeah, very serious situation still ongoing here in northern portions of Cochrane, southern Bailey County tonight. Morton, you need to be in your safe place. If you live in the city of Morton, this storm is passing very, very close to you. So let's go back on over to link system number 1 right now. And it doesn't get much more alarming than this. Very tight rotation signatures popping up with this activity here north of the city of Morton, and is continuing on that easterly jog right now. We'll continue to track it and see if it continues more of an east or if it takes more of that southeasterly jog. Right now, we're showing 73 mile per hour outbound winds and about 38 mile per hour inbound winds. So that's about 110, 120 mile per hour gate-to-gate shear that we are seeing with this storm tracking off towards the east and southeast.
And folks, Jacob mentioned earlier, we said this is a PDS, a particularly dangerous situation, tornado warning. If this were a major metropolitan area, that would be considered a tornado emergency. But in this situation, since it's a rural area, even though we got people live here, PDS is basically the same as a tornado emergency because this is confirmed.
It is confirmed on the ground. We have people saying that the sirens are sounding in Morton. That's a good thing. If you live in the city of Morton, you need to be in your safe place. Levelland, eventually this will be headed close towards you. It looks like it will, if it contains its current track, maintains its current track, it will pass north of the city of Levelland. But again, very close to Looms Chapel, Whitehall area, Hodge, back towards Dean, Pettit.
Randy, go to links 2. We've got our Morton Skyview camera back up.
Yeah, and on the far right side of the Links 2 camera, we are able to see, or let's go to Links 2 on our Morton cam. You can see the edge of the wedge now kind of progressing out of frame. So the backside of that wedge tornado right here, again, that thing is confirmed, still on the ground, tracking to the east very quickly. But let's hop back over to link system number 1 right now. We'll show you where the storm is at. So you can see the general motion is back to the east and southeast. Here's that debris ball now popping up. Not too often that you hear us use terminology like debris ball, confirmed, particularly dangerous situation on the ground. So that kind of verbiage is to just stress the urgency of the situation that we have at hand right now, folks. This activity is continuing to track to the east and southeast. Notice that brings it staying north of Morton. Morton, stay in your safe place though. North of Pettit, this activity is going to be tracking very close to the Pettit community. Pep as well, you need to be in your safe place. Oklahoma Flat, back towards Whitehall, Hodge. Levelland, you're not technically included in any warnings right now, but you need to pay a close attention to it as well. Northern Hockley County, though, over the next hour, the greatest tornado risk exists for you. Not only do we have this potential this confirmed large, extremely dangerous situation unfolding with this tornado warned storm, but we have up to 4-inch in diameter sized hail, which is softball to grapefruit size occurring in 70 mile per hour wind gusts as we've got these strong inflow, strong outflow winds that are ongoing with this storm. The greatest hail concern is going to be for these areas here in purple and black. Chris, what's the update for us?
Yeah, Jacob, to add insult to injury, we've also got that general area now under a flash flood warning.
Okay, so this storm, very slowly over the past hour has been moving. So very heavy rainfall there, especially in southern Bailey County, leading to some flooding issues as well. What we're starting to see now, Chris, could you pause the radar loop on link system number 1 for me real quick, sir?
Yes, sir.
Because I want to talk about something. See this storm that moved through Morton? It's now kind of getting sucked into this main storm to the north. What's happening with this cell merger is typically we can see a brief weakening trend. When these storms are weaker, they typically start to move more in the easterly direction, and that rotation gets broken up a little bit. We're hoping that's what's happening with this storm, that it will continue to weaken. But after that, it's in a very favorable environment to continue to re-intensify, and once it re-intensifies, it will take more of that right jog. So we'll be watching this extremely closely here through the remainder of the evening hours as it continues to track into northern Hockley and southern portions of Lamb County. The current time there at the top of your screen is now 5:46 on our Thursday, June 5th, 2025. A confirmed large life-threatening tornado still ongoing due north of Morton, now between Morton and Enix. I believe that's Highway 214 that storm is tracking along, but it will be pushing off towards the east into northern Hockley, southern portions of Lamb County. Do we have DG's feed up by chance, Randy? Okay, let's take link system number 2. We'll talk about what we've got showing up there on link system number 2. This is Morton. The back edge of that storm now is beginning to push east. This is due north of Morton. This activity is moving east. Looking at just rain now, that Wedge tornado has now exited our camera frame. But earlier we did have that confirmed Wedge tornado on the ground that we had from a very clear, a very visible point of view from one of our storm chasers, DG, out in the field.
I don't know if we have anybody in the back that maybe can bump the Morton camera back a little bit more to the right.
Okay.
If we don't, we've got our other sources.
Yeah, can we get in contact? Let's call Larry and see if he can move that Morton camera back to the right a little bit. But real quickly, let's head back on over to Kyle's feed. Storm chaser Kyle Allen is out in the field, and it's hard to see, but he does have visual confirmation of this tornado on the ground. It's hard to see on our end. I don't know how it looks maybe on your television at home where you're watching, but that tornado is still confirmed right here on the ground. We have a large wedge still ongoing with this storm. This is tracking through northern Cochrane, getting very close to northwestern portions of Hockley County. But right there in the center of your screen is where that confirmed tornado is going to be on the ground. So something that we'll be watching very closely. I know Kyle's going to try to keep up with it. So let's hop back on over to link system number 1, and we'll show you kind of the general motion of this activity. So over the past hour or so, the storm has cycled quite a bit. Initially, here was our confirmed tornado on the ground in the eastern portions of Roosevelt County. It's continued to cycle, push east. Right now, our confirmed tornado is here. So you can see the overall general motion of that is to the east and southeast, and from center to center, it's about 22 miles per hour. So as we track this out here, we'll continue it moving in that general east-southeasterly motion. I'm going to adjust this here and show you where it will likely be headed over the next hour or so. So the general areas that will be impacted over the next hour by this confirmed tornado, mainly rural areas, but moving very close to Pep, Whit Harrell, Pettit, staying north of Morton, moving close to Oklahoma Flat. But this is where that confirmed tornado is at and where it will potentially be headed over the next hour. Chris?
Yeah, fresh update 1 minute ago at 5:48, confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado 4 miles north of Morton, moving east at 30.
Okay. So they've upped it to 30 now. So it's starting to increase in forward motion.
5:46, a few minutes ago, large wedge tornado crossing State Highway 214 north of Morton.
Okay, and that's where we had it on the camera feed while ago talking about that. Okay, so this is where that confirmed wedge is at. This is a very serious situation. Excuse me, that's heading into northern portions of Hockley County today. Right now, this is still a considerable threat. Up to baseball-sized hail, also possible with this storm, as are 70 to 80 mile per hour wind gusts. So again, Littlefield, you're going to be included in this severe destructive thunderstorm warning, but you're not going to be included in that tornado warning. I think the tornado threat will stay to the south of Littlefield, but Levelland, you certainly are not in the clear quite yet. Pettit, neither are you. Pettit, you need to be in your safe place. Oklahoma Flat, you need to be in your safe place. And heads up Whit Harrell, as it's going to be headed your way as well over the next hour or so. Let's take a look at our debris tracker. We'll go back in time a little bit and show you we did have that pretty fair sized debris ball. Let's see. Sometimes it's clear on other products compared to where it is on this one, but it looks like it's right in this general area here. It's up to about 1 mile to 1.5 miles in diameter. Then as we take a look at our rotating one, still a very, very strong signature there with the areas of green and red touching. But again, it's moving more east-southeasterly here at 30 miles per hour. Oops, wrong button. So it's going to be right in this area here, that confirmed wedge tornado that we're still tracking on the ground. And it's moving at 30. What was that update, Chris? Anything meaningful?
Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for southeast Bailey, northeastern Cochran, northwestern Hockley, southwestern Lamb County for baseball-sized hail, wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour.
Okay.
Got our. If we need a source, we've got our Morton camera back up. I've got it pointed.
Go to links 2 real quick, please. Can we take links 2 full screen, please? There we go. All right, so looking at this activity, can definitely see we still have, I'm trying to make this out the best I can. You can definitely see some very strong outflow winds, at least, that are ongoing with this. This could be a potential tornado. This area, again, hard to tell. Don't have the best view of that looking back northeast of Morton now.
That looks like a wall of dust, like right behind the water tower.
Yeah,
there.
you can see that's definitely what's getting kicked up. That mesocyclone is essentially on the ground right now.
Yeah, we got someone on our staff moving this. So
yeah, so that's continuing to push to the east. But that confirmed wedge tornado is still ongoing with this storm, tracking back in through northern portions of Cochran, headed towards northern Hockley County. Whit-Harrell heads up. That will be headed close to you by 6:33 Central Time. Current time is now 5:53 here on KLBK. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jacob Riley alongside Meteorologist Chris Whited. We are covering up programming tonight because we have a life-threatening situation that is ongoing in northern Cochran County, headed into extreme northern Hockley County. This is riding the county line of Bailey and Lamb counties as well. This activity, this severe warning storm, has a confirmed large, extremely dangerous wedge tornado associated with it. We don't use that terminology often on air, and we don't use it lightly either. This is something that we have had multiple storm chasers out on the field with, confirming the validity of this storm. So if you know anyone that lives in this path that's on link system number 1, let's go back over to link system number 1. We urge you to call them, give them a heads up, let them know what is headed their way. Can we take link system number 1 full screen, please? There we go. Okay, so Whit-Harrell, arrival time there for you around 6:33 p.m.
Confirmed tornado as of 5:53 a minute ago, 4 miles northeast of Morton, moving east now at 25, so it's picked up just a little bit of speed.
It's moving what direction?
East at 25. I will note they have taken the PDS portion out.
I think they have, because it's moving back into those more rural areas right now. There's no kind of really heavily populated areas imminently, but this will be moving into more of those once it gets into northern Hockley County later on this evening.
Now, in addition to the tornado threat, we could also see baseball-sized hail with this storm. So.
Okay.
And just north of our tornado circulation, remind you that area there in Bailey and very, very northern Cochran County, there's a flash flood warning there because it's been raining heavy there for, what, a good hour now.
For sure.
Yeah.
Several inches of rainfall. And that's something that we talked about too. Not our biggest concern, obviously, with this activity today, as we've had confirmed wedge tornadoes, but still something that we are keeping in mind for activity. And Chris, if you see anything interesting or touch down there on links 2, let us know.
Definitely will.
But again, continuing with this severe storm, and we're going to do, actually, Chris, if you're able to, I'm going to toss it back over to you. Let's go to link system number 2, and on analysis mode, let's take a look at the activity that is going around the rest of the region right now as well, because we do have more warnings moving in from our southwest throughout Lee County, New Mexico.
Yeah, notice here we've got severe thunderstorm warnings. Got 2 warnings here. This northernmost storm, that's moving to the north and west there of Lovington, but then we've got this other storm back to the southwest here. The southwest of Lovington to the southwest there of Hobbs. Hobbs, you are not in that warning, and let me switch the Midland radar. It may give us a little better shot of that. you can see those storms here, and these storms were being warned for 60-mile-per-hour wind gust and 1-inch hail. Make sure I'm looking at the right. Yes, 1-inch hail. Actually, no, the northern storm had 1-inch hail. This storm down here to the southwest, the one that's just south of the U.S. Highway 80 here, running from Hobbs back over to Carlsbad, that one had the report of a 2-inch hail with it and 70-mile-per-hour wind gust on that particular storm. So we've got that. We got a storm down here in Wink County near Kermit. We have our supercell thunderstorm here that's riding through portions of Cochran, Hockley County there. And we're getting out of the radar range in Midland. Let me switch to Cannon Air Force Base. Got a thunderstorm over Clovis in the base right now, but it's not severe. We'll keep an eye on that. We do have a little shower popping up now north of Morton, and we got some activity back up here in parts of Quay County out of our viewing area. Other than that, things are pretty quiet right now in the immediate area, as with the exception of this storm that we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Up here
the
near
one
Morton.
loud storm over on link system number 1 is the one that is requiring the most attention because at times this was a PDS tornado warning, meaning a particularly dangerous situation due to that confirmed Wedge tornado that was on the ground near the city of Morton as this activity happened. So again, a very serious situation continuing in northern portions of Cochran County, getting ready to head on over into northern portions of Hockley County this evening.
On our severe thunderstorm warning here, we have a 70-mile-per-hour wind gust and up to 3-inch hail. All right, the 8 miles west-southwest of Phoenix there in Bailey County, spotters reporting 3.10-inch hail. That was coming from the Ice Chip project. That's a weather research project they're doing on hail, and they've been kind of traveling around the country with these severe storms.
So right in that area there.
Yeah, right in that area. So a little over 3-inch hail with that particular storm.
Gotcha.
Earlier.
So this storm is continuing to move out of northern Cochran into northwestern portions of Hockley County. Southern Bailey County, you're getting the brunt of some large hail, heavy rain, gusty winds. Clovis, you've got a storm moving over right now. Chris was talking about this one moments ago. Not severe, but it is going to bring in some very heavy rainfall, some severe weather. Not imminent with this, but we will be watching it very closely. We are keeping a very close eye down through Lee County, New Mexico, as well as all this activity is now moving into our region. We haven't forgotten to give out y'all down there in Lee County, but priority has definitely been with that confirmed Wedge tornado in Cochran County. This activity, at least quarter-sized hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts possible, and it's starting to move east. Heads up Hobbs, that storm does have an east-moving component to it that could impact you. Back up towards Lovington, heads up there as well. But again, the biggest concern right now is this activity here in the heart of the South Plains area, moving into Hockley County, southern Lamb County right now with this confirmed tornado warning. And just looking on radar, you can see the spin of this storm.
Jacob, this may be cycling. The Weather Service is noting that looks like a new circulation developing 8 miles east of Morton on the Cochran-Hockley County line. They do note they're going back to a base tornado warning on this storm.
Okay.
So it's no longer a confirmed tornado warning, or at least with the new update that'll be coming out. New circulation about 14 miles west of Whit Harrell moving east. There has not been any recent reports of tornadoes with this storm the last little bit.
Okay, and what we happened here, Chris, I want to break this down textbook wise, okay? So over the past 30 minutes or so, we had this cell that moved through Morton ahead of the main storm. That moved into the line of this storm, and as it did so, it helped, I think, to enhance initially that tornado as it was occurring, but now we're beginning to see more of that cycling process occur. So what's going to happen with this is that this process will continue now, and eventually this storm is going to ramp back up. It's going to ramp back up once it's in northern Hockley County. So heads up, Pep, you're in a big time hail core in northwestern Hockley County now. That's going to continue, but your tornado threat is far from being done there in the city of Pep. Back towards Pettit, you need to keep your eye on this storm. Whit Harrell, very close attention needs to be paid by you. It's going to be moving very close to Whit-Harrell. Eventually, that will track close to shallow water and northern portions of the Lubbock metro area. So again, we're going to be tracking this very closely through the rest of the evening hours as this starts to approach to the east. The storm has been moving relatively slow, which is good news because we're able to provide plenty of a heads up for the people who are going to be in the path of these storms as this activity continues to push off towards the east and southeast this evening. But you can see a lot of lightning strikes. Those lightning strikes already occurring in Lubbock County, way ahead of the main line of the storm. In fact, that lightning there near New Deal is about 30 miles ahead of these storms that are moving in. Again, so when you hear thunder roar, head indoors. You don't have to be under that storm to be struck by lightning by any means.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of reports of around 3-inch hail here on that storm.
Okay. And we talked about heavy rain too, Chris. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
I'm sorry. We're back to confirmed tornado warning on this storm.
Okay.
It's 6 p.m. A confirmed tornado 4 miles southwest of Pep or 8 miles east of Morton, moving west at, west at 30.
Should be east at 30.
This is a new circulation which is developed east of the decaying circulation northeast of Morton.
Okay, so that's going to be that little circled area right there as we take a look at our debris tracker. Seeing a little bit of a debris drop there. Oh, there we go. Actually out ahead of it. Look at that. Has our radar scan updated yet? Yep, it has. Okay, hold on just 1 second. Doing some in-the-moment analysis here. Okay, so reflectivity is updated a little bit of a different time than when the velocity was, so that's why it's not lining up immediately the same. What was the movement you said? 30?
It was moving west at 30.
Interesting. Okay.
That may be a typo.
I think it should be east at 30.
Yeah.
But there it is now. Again, we've been tracking it closely for you. Really since before the 5 o'clock hour even started here. Area of greatest rotation right on the leading edge of this. And we'll show you over the next hour or so where that is headed. And see that does bring that into northern Lubbock County by around the 7 o'clock hour. Okay. So Lubbock County, here's your heads up. If you're out on the road with the kiddos, if you're going to run groceries, errands, whatever you're doing like that here on our Thursday afternoon, get it done in less than an hour. You've got 45 minutes, and then here in Lubbock County, you need to be home. Hockley County, you need to be at home right now. Again, because you've already had that activity moving in as well. Chris?
Yeah, from our newsroom, let me point this out. We have shelters opening up in Hockley County. Levelland High School, the north doors. Anton School, door number 25. Smyer School, the doors under the awning. You can go to our Facebook page, KLBK News Facebook page. We have that information there.
Perfect. Again, so Hockley County, for those locations, for the city of Levelland specifically, for Anton specifically, Smyer specifically.
We've also got Ropes, the school, doors 1 through 4. Sundown School, door 14. Whit-Harrell School, door 29. Again, that's the latest post that we just... Our digital media staff just put on our KLBK News Facebook page.
Perfect. Okay, so folks that live in Whit-Harrell, leave that up really quick, Chris.
Okay.
If you live in Whit-Harrell, you need to go now. If you don't have a public storm shelter, and what you can do is you can go to Whit-Harrell, or in Whit-Harrell.
Oh, sorry about that.
No, you're good. In Whit-Harrell, you can go to the Whit-Harrell School, go to door 29. They have a public shelter there. It's still okay for you to go to Whit-Harrell. You need to get there within the next 5 minutes, though, okay, if you're going to that public storm shelter in Whit-Harrell. Sundown, southwestern Hockley County. We'll zoom out and we'll show you where Sundown is at. Right there, popping up southwestern side of the county. This particular storm doesn't pose a direct threat for you, but note for the rest of the evening hours, door number 14, we will have the opportunity at the school there in Sundown for you to go to that school to seek shelter in Sundown. Ropes, southeastern Hockley County, door number 1 through 4, public storm shelter available for you there. Smyer, again, east of Levelland. Keep this in mind over the next hour or so, Smyer, because this storm could impact you. Head to the doors under the awning there at the Smyer School for severe tornado shelter for you in Anton. You need to head there, Anton, because this storm is going to be passing very close to you. Go to door number 25 there in Anton. A public shelter open for the city of Anton and its residents. Door number 25 at the school in Anton. And at Levelland High School, you can head to the north doors for shelter. This storm, I think, passes just north of Levelland. You can head there if you'd rather do that to feel safe. But again, for the rest of the evening, Levelland, keep that in mind as well. So again, we have a full list of all of those public shelters up on our KLBK News Facebook page. We'll be working to get those out across social media, but definitely wanted to bring those to you here live over the air right now. As we are continuing to track this confirmed tornado in northern Hockley County that is moving off towards the east and southeast at this very moment. Chris, do we have any updates from the National Weather Service right now?
Haven't seen anything particularly new. They're still talking about this maybe trying to produce another tornado, or it is producing a tornado. They're noting some things being obscured there on the
with the radar and what we're able to see and stuff. Okay. But yeah, we had a confirmation of those tornadoes on the ground. We had visual confirmation from our storm chasers out in the field earlier this evening as this activity was moving through. So again, this is a very serious situation. That's why we are covering up your KLBK News at 6 this evening to bring you the updates on this activity that's moving in. Chris?
Yeah, a new update from the Storm Prediction Center noting a large, intense supercell may be maintained for a few more hours, accompanied by a very large hail to giant hail risk and perhaps increasing potential for a strong tornado spreading into and east of the Lubbock vicinity 7 through 9 p.m. We're talking about this storm right here.
Okay, and that's from the Storm Prediction Center?
That's from the Storm Prediction Center here.
And with the feed, where was that? Is that the data feed for Lubbock? Okay, yeah, I see it now.
Yes.
Okay, we've got DG's feedback up. Let's go ahead and take that full screen. We'll show you. He's kind of in the rain core of this. Heavy rainfall has also been something that we have been having to deal with out of this activity today. So working on pulling up that SPC that Chris is talking, or that mesoscale discussion area. So the Storm Prediction Center, we're going to zoom this out. And if you live in Lubbock County, I want you to listen close to what we're about to tell you, okay? Yeah. So this is our storm, right? This is what we've got going on right now. The Storm Prediction Center has given us an update, okay? They're highlighting this general area here, right in this region, to include all of Lubbock County, northern Garza, northern Kent counties, back into portions of Dickens County, Eau Clip, southern Floyd, back through Hale counties, okay? So this region right here, the Storm Prediction Center has posted an update for us, okay? They're saying that there is a large intense supercell, which we can clearly see there in northern Hockley County with that confirmed tornado warning on it, that this supercell structure may be maintained for several more hours, accompanied by a continuing risk for large to giant hail and perhaps an increasing potential for a strong tornado while spreading into and east of the Lubbock vicinity through the 7 to 9 p.m. time frame. So if you can see your city where you live in this white circle on your screen right now from 7 through 9 p.m., you know what you need to be doing? Watching the radar, watching our severe weather coverage here on KLBK, and I can promise you we will be on the air during that time frame as this significant storm continues to progress in that area, because it's our priority to keep you safe and informed as to what could be headed your way. The last few scans, we are seeing this storm make that right jog, starting to take more of that southeasterly track instead of just that due easterly track, okay? So Lubbock County, here's your 2-hour heads up for this storm. I'll get more into these details real quickly in a second. Chris, what's your update you've got for us?
Yes, latest update here, 6:08. That was 3 minutes ago. Confirmed tornado 5 miles south of Pep.
Okay.
Or 12 miles east of Morton, moving east at 30. It's starting to pick up a little bit more speed.
Yeah, that 30 mile per hour. Where are you reading that at again real quick, Chris?
I am reading it, yeah, right there.
Okay, and hold on just one second, folks. So earlier, this was about 4 miles southwest of Pep. This tornado is now 5 miles due south. So again, that lets us know it's taking more of that southerly track, more of that southeasterly track, taking that right turn that we've kind of been concerned with, okay? getting back to this cell on link system number 1, that's where we're going to keep it right now, because this white circle heads up for you. Next 2 hours through 9 p.m., you need to stay very weather aware. I want you to be so weather aware you can't be any more aware if you tried, okay? On a rather notable isolated intense supercell, which is here in northern Hockley County, it has maintained the past hour or two its intensity, and it's only gotten stronger, to be honest with you, and it's slowly progressing across into our viewing area. This appears to be focused along that differential surface heating boundary, which extends to the east-southeast towards and through the Lubbock metro area, where we have seen pressure decreasing over the past couple of hours, which from a storm maintaining itself perspective is a very good sign that this storm is not going to be weakening, okay? So that's going to lead this very close in through Lubbock County in the Lubbock metro area, okay? We're also saying that we have all of kind of the ingredients that we need for this activity to continue. We have about 40 to 50 knot winds coming out of the west, which is about 45 to 55 miles per hour, that's steering this storm in our general direction, and a lot of good kind of turning with winds with height, which is what we need for that rotation to occur. We're also continuing to see those strong inflow winds and very moist air feed into this storm, and that acts as gasoline to a vehicle. That's how this type of air mass acts to severe thunderstorms, okay? It basically gives them the fuel that they need to continue going. Whenever we measure energy in our atmosphere, we measure it in something called CAPE, and we're at a value of 3,000 plus joules per kilogram, which is way more than enough needed to allow this storm to continue to maintain itself. They're saying although that elevated mixed layer air is slowly warming, it's contributing to increasing a largening or a strengthening cap. So higher up in the atmosphere, those temperatures are warming a little bit, allowing our cap to get a little bit stronger. They're not too concerned with that because this intense supercell development is expected to persist regardless of that. While overnight tonight, we are expecting a southerly kind of lower level atmospheric wind speeds to strengthen, meaning that enlarging low-level changing of wind with height could continue to increase the tornado potential in this area. Okay, so that was a lot that I just word vomited on you guys, okay? So let's talk about it again. This area in white on the screen right now is going to be the highlight of our focus for the rest of the evening hours, at least through 9 p.m., okay? We do have activity in Lee County. We'll get to that in just a second. But this area, if I say your town name, Rawls, Slayton, White River Lake, not White Liver Rake, Lubbock, Wolford, Slayton, Shallowater, Abernathy, Hell Center, Littlefield, Spade, Levelland, Whitehall, Smyre, Opdyke West, Ropesville. Those locations in this white bubble on the screen, you need to be at home the rest of the day today. You need to be watching us here on KLBK, stream us on Facebook, whatever you like to do. Lubbock County, we're good, you know, for the next hour or so till about 7:30. Then things are going to start to change. Levelland, this storm is very close to you. I think in Levelland it's going to pass just to your north, but I know the history that you guys have, especially last year with that very impactful storm. Go ahead and Levelland, head to your safe place, just to err on the side of caution, okay? Just to give yourself some peace of mind. Anton, you need to be in your safe place. If you're watching us over the air, turn the volume all the way up. Take your phones with you. Watch our live stream on Facebook in the palm of your hand there. But folks, take this seriously this evening. We don't get these type of situations too frequently, right? So when they do, we are here to express that level of urgency. Not to scare you, not to make you fearful of what's to come, but to make you prepared, because it's our job to give you the information, and with that information, you're able to decide what to do to keep you and your loved ones safe, and that's our mission here on KLBK. Chris, do you have an update for us as to what some updates are across the region right now?
Yeah, two quick updates. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for Curry County and New Mexico, and this storm is right over Clovis.
Okay, are you up with links too? Do you have links too?
Yeah, I'm on
Take
links
links too real quick, please.
Yeah, this is a base warning.
Okay, Clovis, there you go. Farwell going to be headed very close to you very soon.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
So you said base warning on this one?
It's a base warning.
Okay, so what that means, 60 mile per hour wind gusts as you get it fixed up on the next one. 60 mile an hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail possible with that between Clovis and Farwell right now. Eventually going to be headed up towards Bovina here, so heads up there, Palmer County as well. But we do have more severe storms across the area tonight. Correct, Chris?
Yeah. While we got my radar up, let me go back down to the warning here.
Yeah.
Latest update on this warning at 6:13. We had a confirmed tornado 7 miles south of Pettit, or 13 miles northwest of Levelland. It's now moving southeast at 20 miles per hour.
Okay, so there's that jog that we've been talking about, more of that southeasterly jog. Click in this purple box, Chris, so we can show folks where that tornado warning actually is. Thank you. So again, right here is where that confirmed tornado is. Moving, you said southeast at 30?
20. It's
20, so slow down a little bit. So
yeah.
Moving southeast, Levelland, it's going to be a close call for you. Go ahead and head to your safe place, okay? We do have a list over on our Facebook page, KLBK News-everythinglubbock.com. If you head there, we have a list of public storm shelters that are open right now in Hockley County, okay? So heads up there. Let's get down to Lee County. Tatum, New Mexico, heads up. You've got a severe storm headed your way. Chris, tell us a little bit more about this one here in Lee County.
Yeah, this is producing 1.25 inch diameter hail, wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. But I want to warn on the caution on this storm. Again, based on this track, that'll move into southern portions of Cochran County, maybe northwestern Yoakum County as well.
Yep. And this is something with our future track models we were watching, Chris. Zoom out a little bit and see if you can loop it the past 30 minutes so we can kind of see how it's moving. If you've been with us on Facebook Live today, we've been talking about the forecast of what to expect today. What the forecast models have been showing is this supercell moving into Lubbock County, and then it's followed behind with this. So we could be looking at a 1-2 punch here across the metro later on this evening, but you can see that is moving to the north and east. So let's clear that box off on the top left corner of the screen, and let's scoot back down because most of Lee County now is under a severe thunderstorm warning. Another one now southeast of Lovington, moving into the Hobbs area. Chris is going to swap over to the Midland radar site. There we go, get a better view of this. So Chris, talk about this one here that's encroaching on the western portions of the city of Hobbs.
Okay, this one is until...
It goes through 5:45 p.m. Mountain Time. You can see the bulk of that here along Highway 82 west of the city of Hobbs.
Give me 1 second. I don't have the exact
And real quickly, while
data.
Chris is working on that, let's pull up DG's feed. Let's take a look at where DG's out. He's been out on this confirmed wedge tornado that we have had throughout portions of Hockley County. That's now... not the best view that he has here, but he is repositioning. Let's stick with his feed for a little bit. He's showing you kind of just how dark the sky is with this storm as it's approaching his general area. And if we have Kyle's up, we'll take a look at his too, but let's stick right here. Look at that, Chris. That's the whole mesocyclone there of the storm. The mesocyclone, in case you're unaware, is the rotating portion of our thunderstorm, okay? So it's within the mesocyclone that we actually see that tornado occur. This mesocyclone basically, folks, is sitting on the ground. So if a tornado is occurring, it's buried in this. You won't be able to see it. And I know it's sitting on the ground because this is dust. This is dust getting kicked up and it's being sucked into the updraft of this storm. And as it does so, that's being lofted. That's that warm, moist air that's allowing for this supercell to sustain itself. And then this whole thing right here is rotating. And in the middle of that, behind the teeth of this thing is where that wedge tornado would be occurring. So let's go back to link system number 2. Let's get an update with Chris on that warning now to the northwest of Hobbs.
Yeah, ping pong ball size hail, wind gusts to 70 miles per hour.
Okay.
Lee County Emergency Management reported there were shattered windshields from larger hail earlier with this storm down in the southern part of the county.
Okay. And something to keep in mind too, with 70 mile per hour wind gusts and golf ball size hail, that's going to be wind driven hail. Okay. That's going to be knocking out windows, things like that. So that's why with even severe thunderstorm warnings, we tell you to stay away from outside walls and windows, things like that too, because that hail can break those windows, that glass can hurt you, cause bodily injury and harm. Let's go back to Links 1, give you an update on this tornado warned storm now, still tracking south and east. But again, this bubble of white, you folks, we're going to be good friends over the next hour. We're going to be spending a lot of time with each other this evening. And just a quick note for our people here for production, our directors, our anchors, things like that. We're not going to be going into our newscast tonight at 6. Okay, we're not going to be covering news. We are going to be sticking very closely with this storm because this is a very serious, life-threatening situation that is setting up for our viewers across the area. So we're going to be here to keep them updated. Just a quick note, I will give you an update and let you know it's a big night for Lady Raiders. Softball, right? Going on OKC. Their game has actually been delayed for first pitch time 7:45 due to storms that are ongoing in that area. So, of course, we'll have more updates on that hopefully tonight at 10 if everything is calming down. But real quick, guns up for the Lady Raiders going on there at Devon Park in OKC. But again, for our news team, we're not doing a newscast tonight. We are sticking with severe weather coverage to provide you the updates of what we've got going on with this activity right now. Because with storms like this, they require full and undivided attention as they track through our area. Chris, do we have any more updates that are coming in here?
The only update is they're about to issue a severe thunderstorm warning for Palmer County. It's for the Clovis storm that is getting ready to cross the state line and then the county line there. But this is going to be a base warning. We say base warning. It's 60-mile-per-hour wind gust and quarter-size hail.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for that update, sir. But again, our tornado warning is actually about to expire here in portions of Hockley County. The tornadic portion of the storm is now moving out of that polygon, actually. So I know the folks at the National Weather Service in Lubbock will be reissuing very soon on this, hopefully. But let's take a look at what we've been talking about. We've been talking about a right turn, been waiting on it, waiting on it, waiting on it. Now it's happening, okay? So Levelland, you need to be in your safe place. This storm is going to be passing very, very close to you, okay? And we have kind of two areas of interest, I'd say. We've got one to the north. We've got one to the south here, both of which are outside of our tornado warning. So we definitely need that new warning to come out soon.
We are working on another tornado warning for the supercell. With history of tornadoes over Hockley County, we will attempt to leave Lubbock County at the moment out of this immediate warning.
Okay, but we can definitely see it's picking up.
Yes.
It's picking up in forward motion. It's making more of that right turn. So city of Lubbock, again, things are going to get pretty active for us over the next hour or so. Looking for the area of greatest rotation right now. Let's see. Latest radar scan came up. I'm looking at it at a couple of different angles here.
6:15 had a brief cone tornado reported near Pettit. That was 11 miles northwest of Levelland.
Okay.
New severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to be for 60-mile-per-hour wind gust and 1-inch hail. This is going to be for Bailey, Lamb, and Palmer County. This is for the Clovis storm here. This does not include Muleshoe. It does include areas north of Muleshoe. Their Progress, back up toward Lariat, Farwell, Bovina, Lasbuddy. Does not include the Freona area. But again, that's a severe thunderstorm warning that's going to go until 7:30. And this is for 60-mile-per-hour wind gust and hail up to 1 inch in diameter.
Okay. What we're working on now is this tornado warn portion of the storm, okay? Over the next hour, it will be arriving near LCU at around 7:17 p.m. Okay, so Lubbock Metro, we've got less than an hour now before this tornado warn storm is in our city, okay? So again, keep that in mind. If you know someone in Lubbock who's out and about in town, they need to get home, they need to get off the roads, okay? Need to be heading home to get ready to start heading to those safe places. If you know anyone traveling between Lubbock and Levelland there along US Highway 114, call them. Tell them what's moving through the area. You know we have a tornado warn storm, a history of producing large destructive tornadoes across the region tonight. You need to get off the road. You need to stay off of that. If you know of anyone traveling along US Highway 85 between Littlefield and Levelland, they should not be right now. If you're in Levelland and on Highway 385, get off the road in Levelland. Again, we have a list of public storm shelters for the city of Levelland and Hockley County up on our website, or I'm sorry, on our Facebook page, on our KLBK News everythinglubbock.com Facebook page. I've got those posted on my Facebook page as well, Chief Meteorologist Jacob Riley, KLBK. You can find those there. A new tornado warning is should be issued any second now in Hockley County because the tornadic portion of the storm now is not even in a severe thunderstorm warning polygon. The storm is beginning to increase in speed. Chris, I'm going to let you real quick talk about this as I make a phone call really fast.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Pierce.
Our director Pierce talking in our ear here with just a little housekeeping thing here, but yeah, we're getting ready for this new tornado warning to be issued by the National Weather Service here in Lubbock, and again, this is going to be for more of the Hockley County area. Haven't quite pulled the trigger on that warning yet, but that'll be coming out here excuse me, in just a bit. And we're talking about the areas including Levelland, north, as Jacob mentioned just a couple of minutes ago there, north of the highway along 385 corridor, and This storm has also been producing some very large hail too. We've had reports earlier when this was back over Bailey County near Enix. We had multiple reports of 3-inch hail. We have there's a weather project called Ice Chip. It's a group of meteorologists and scientists. They're studying hailstones, and they've been kind of going around the country here with these severe weather events, studying those. But we had right around 3-inch hail reported there from multiple reports. Still waiting. They haven't issued the tornado warning yet.
That warning needs to be out ASAP. I know they're working on it.
Yeah. We have.
So let's take DG's feed live. He's in the storm, trying to get out in a good position of it to get a better view. Right now he's having to punch the core. We don't ever recommend punching the core, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do with this activity out there. So DG's working his way to get out ahead of this right now.
That our warning? There's our warning.
Okay,
7 o'clock.
Is it confirmed? What's the jargon with it?
Issues tornado warning. Radar indicated at 6:26 a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Whit Herald, or 9 miles north of Levelland, moving east at 35. This storm has a history of producing large tornadoes and hail to the size of softballs.
There it is, right there. Okay, so this is starting to get its act together a little bit more. You can see that well-defined. Look at that, Chris.
Yep.
Right here is that area of greatest concern for tornado potential, okay? This is the batch that's going to be moving off towards the east and southeast, and it's at 30?
30 miles per hour.
Okay, this is the new tornado warning. Does not have that confirmed tag on it anymore. Littlefield, you're getting heavy rain right now, up to maybe some quarter to $half sized hail there. You said 35?
35, yes.
Okay.
Let me push this warning out and give me 1 second.
No, you're good. You're good.
I will. We'll take some sky view camera tours here in just a second. We'll pull up Levelland and Littlefield.
Okay. So over the next hour, here we go. These are going to be the impacted places. Lubbock Metro, we're going to be in the line of fire of this one, folks. A lot of people say Lubbock never gets hit. Lubbock never sees anything. Your luck may have run out today. So we're going to watch this close. Even if we don't see a tornado out of this, very large hail will likely occur. Heavy rain, gusty winds. So Lubbock County, again, we're going to be with you through the thick of it. We're going to stay here over the air for as long as we can. And just kind of a quick note to our newsroom too. If and when a tornado warning is issued for the city of Lubbock, we have different places within our building that are considered safe places. One of those in our newsroom will be the gentleman's restroom. Another place here is going to kind of be behind our studio. We have some offices that are down our long hallway that will be in the middle portion of our building, away from outside walls and windows. Are going to be great places to be. So if you work in our studio, if you work in KLBK or KMAC and you're listening to us right now, those are going to be some good options to us for safe places. Again, still have plenty of time before we have to head there, but just to let everyone know, those are going to be options for us here on the news side of things. I'm definitely seeing some very tight rotation with this activity north of Levelland. I would be surprised if there is a tornado on the ground with this at this very moment, Chris.
Definitely, we're getting enough. Is this an update? Sorry, that was something else I was looking at.
No, you're good.
Got our Littlefield camera pulled up here, and just some heavy rain, at least from the vantage point I'm looking at here. We do have our Levelland camera. I wish we could move our Levelland. Well, actually, I think our Levelland camera's down. Apologize. I thought.
All right, let's take our Sports View live, and the reason why that we are on the air still, while we're being as serious as we are about today's coverage, is for this. Take a look at this, folks. This is that storm that we had that moved just north of Morton earlier this evening, okay? That big, weird-looking, almost like a squid cloud, this here is our mesocyclone, okay? Can you see this right here? It's hard to see from our vantage point, but right here, that brown is a wedge tornado. This is what was going on with this storm earlier this evening. we've been keeping up to date with our friends at the Storm Prediction Center, okay? They're looking at the situation, analyzing everything. They're able to do that a lot easier than we are in the broadcast spectrum because we're giving you these updates here over the air, right? So we really rely on our NOAA partners at the Storm Prediction Center, National Weather Service offices. They're analyzing these things, and they're letting us know that this storm that produced this Wedge tornado earlier is headed into an environment that is just as primed and ready to go, if not more primed and more ready than the environment it was in earlier. So that's why we're concerned with this situation as it is approaching the Lubbock metro area. And on link system number 1, we have that pulled up for you. We're tracking where this is located at now, where it's heading over the next hour, and notice it will be moving into the Lubbock metro over the next hour. At our studio, KLBK arriving by 7:26 p.m. Okay.
Levelland, you are not in the tornado warning, and it looks like this is going to pass north of Levelland. But if you're out Highway 114 out toward Opie West, Smire, you're in the polygon for this tornado warning. In that general direction is where this is tracking, as Jacob is showing you over there on the storm track.
Yep. Okay.
Some of our colleagues and storm chasers saying this thing is probably rain wrapped at this particular point right now, based on their observations. It's not confirmed, but back down in Lee County, the sheriff's office there was reporting that they had a report that there may have been some rotation with the storm between Hobbs and Lovington here, and I'm going to pull that up on the check the velocity data. I'm not seeing anything on that particular. Maybe very broad if we have anything there, but keep in mind that storm was capable of producing 70 mile per hour wind gusts a little bit earlier, so we'll keep an eye on that. By the way, those storms are getting ready to move over into portions of Yoakum and Gaines County, so just down the road there for you folks in the southwestern areas. It's been relatively quiet, but we are watching those storms. But of course, we are keeping an eye on the tornado warning as well, as this is getting ready to move into the highest populated area here in the immediate South Plains region. But we are keeping an eye on those storms, though, back down to the south and to the west. Going back to a considerable tornado warning, the National Weather Service says.
So PDS, potentially?
Yes.
Okay, so PDS warning is about to be updated for this activity moving into Lubbock County, or it is eventually moving into Lubbock County. So heads up there. City of Lubbock, this is our storm. If we're going to see something very significant today, it will be from this activity.
As soon as this comes over, I will read it for everybody.
And again, this is going to kind of meander back to the north a little, taking a little bit southern jogs here and there, just as it continues through its cycling process. But we are seeing a very strong rotation signature now to the north of Levelland. This is 6 to 7 miles due north of the city of Levelland. Right here.
Tornado spotted north of Levelland, 5 miles. That's coming from Hockley County Emergency Management.
Okay, so it's on the ground there. We haven't had our debris detector updated yet, so we're not seeing anything pop up there, but we now have a confirmed tornado on the ground north of Levelland in this area here.
Yeah.
Let's go back to our storm relative velocity and we'll take a look at this.
Say that again, I'm sorry.
Kyle's in our right BAM source that we have. Okay, so let's take our storm chaser Kyle Allen. He is in Levelland right now. He's traveling along Highway 114, headed back to the east, just past the Brahms. You can see the John Deere plant there, but looking back to the north, he's on the south side of this storm. And again, this storm now has that confirmed tornado with it again. Levelland, it's not going to impact you. It's now northeast of town, headed away from you. But Lubbock, this storm is headed our way. headed right towards the metro area. So we will need to be ready to go. You need to be in your safe, getting ready to head to your safe place if you live in the city of Lubbock as this activity starts to move our way.
Okay, they did not go confirmed on this warning. At 6:35, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Whitehall, or 7 miles north of Levelland, moving southeast at 25. But again, we just had that report there from emergency management. There may be a tornado on the ground, or there was a tornado on the ground there based on emergency management report.
Okay. And with Kyle's feed, you can see on the screen right now what we're looking at with this activity. And with someone in the booth, would you call Larry and have him adjust the shallow water camera to be facing back towards the west, please? So there's a Chevrolet dealership just east of the city of Levelland. Getting a good view on this now. Looking back to the north, traveling right along 114. Is this Kyle's feed? Okay, so this is Kyle's feed looking back to the north. Hard to see, but this general area right here could be that tornado. Just north of the city of Levelland. Again, Levelland, you're okay. This is going to pass to your north. Hard to get a view here. It does look like it is rain wrapped. Seeing some dust get kicked up there on the far right side of the screen. If you're watching us on TV, it looks like I'm looking down. We have a monitor below our camera here that allows me to be able to see the TV a lot easier.
You wanted shallow water to the west? I'm sorry, Jacob.
Yes, please.
Okay. I'm texting our colleague.
We'll check back in with Kyle in a bit. Let's go to link system number 1. Let me know if Kyle's view improves. So this is a live look from our metro tower back to the west. Here's that storm. The tornadic portion of it's going to be right in this area. Working on getting our camera that we have in shallow water adjusted to focus in on this activity as well. Let's go back to link system number 2 real quick. I'll pull that up. There's a storm, folks. Here's Lubbock. Okay. A confirmed tornado about 5 miles northeast of Levelland, which was here, is now going to be located in this general area here, and it's moving southeast at 30. There's the city of Lubbock, okay, so it's headed our general direction in the metro. Smyer, you need to be in your safe place. Opadak West as well. Shallow water 2, LCU, Lubbock, KLBK Studios need to be ready for that. Chris?
Yeah, okay, they are now going. A confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located near Whitehall, or 7 miles north of Levelland, moving southeast at 25 miles per hour. A tornado was reported 4 miles north of Levelland at 6:35. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now.
Okay, folks. Doesn't get much more serious than that. What I will tell you, too, is if this continues into Lubbock County, it continues to be on the ground, we will have something very rare issue called a tornado emergency. These are reserved for high impact events whenever this activity is impacting highly populated areas, okay? Right now, this circulation is 11 miles northwest of Smyer. Let's track it out together. So right in here, we'll go over to our storm relative velocity, show you there it is. Again, this is a confirmed large, extremely dangerous tornado on the ground. That's the verbiage being used by the National Weather Service office here in Lubbock. And it appears to be moving due east at the very moment. We are seeing this circulation kind of tighten up, wrap up, moving due east. Overall movement on this is going to be to the east-southeast. We're still tracking it at 30.
While we're looking at that, I want to warn people that are down in Yoakum County. We have a severe thunderstorm 10 miles northwest of Lovington, moving northeast at 45 with 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and half-dollar size hail. The National Weather Service in Midland has put a tornado possible tag on this storm. So Yoakum County, just heads up.
This one, right here, right?
Well, the one near Lovington.
This one?
Yeah, 10
How
miles.
far northeast?
Well, it said 10 miles northwest. It's actually that one. It would be the northernmost one. Or
interesting. Okay, we'll keep a close eye on it.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on it.
Okay.
We have a Mesonet station 2 miles west-southwest of Tatum. That may be the, I'm not sure if that's the West Texas Mesonet site.
It is.
Over there in Tatum, 66-mile-per-hour wind gusts.
Okay, so that's that activity moving into southwestern Cochran. Now, this one.
Yes.
They said that they were updating the tornado warning in Hockley County. I just haven't seen anything yet.
Well, what they did is they issued a update as a base tornado warning, and then they issued a correction to that. So it's not plotting as a confirmed tornado warning on our radar.
Okay, but this
right
is a confirmed tornado.
It
folks,
is a
so just
confirmed
wanna make that
tornado
very
warning.
clear.
Yeah, there's a little glitch there, but yeah, that's a confirmed tornado, even though it's not that purplish pink color.
Right. Okay. So what's going to happen as of the next issuance, portions of the Lubbock Metro will be included. I don't know if the entire Lubbock Metro will. It depends on how the storm behaves. It is cycling right now. You can very clearly see that. Let's do just the past 30 minutes. And you can very clearly see that this is cycling right now, which will impact overall course of motion. That's what we've been talking about too. It's going to kind of bobble up, north, back, south, north, south, north, south in overall movement. Generally, it's moving to the east. But you can see the lower end, that rotation kind of sweeping out ahead and moving up. So what's going to happen, this will cycle and this will continue to gradually push to the east and southeast this evening. So we'll be watching it closely. So this is likely going to include a majority, if not all, of the Lubbock Metro when that warning is issued. But as of right now, this warning, it should say confirmed tornado warning. There's a bit of a system error, technical error, that's not allowing that to pop up. But we did have that confirmed tornado north of Levelland, about 5 miles, moving east and southeast at about 30. There it is. Now it's confirmed, Chris.
Okay, yeah, there we go. At 6:42, a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was 4 miles southeast of Whit Harold, 8 miles northeast of Levelland, moving east at 30 miles per hour. So
okay, so right there, moving east. Again, it's kind of going between east, southeast, making that kind of movement back and forth a little bit. So again, Lubbock County, this is our storm for the evening, but also we're watching that activity in Cochran County as it's tracking northeast and could bring us more impacts here over the next few hours as well.
no recent reports, at least on our tornado, since that last report of a confirmed tornado that was north of Levelland a little bit ago.
Yeah, but the National Weather Service is saying that this is still likely an ongoing tornado because that rotation signature is very, very strong with this activity.
Yeah, there's well, I'm looking at something off from the view here, but we mentioned earlier that severe thunderstorm in Lee County, New Mexico. There is some broad rotation with that storm. It's to the north and to the east of Tatum, but that'll be moving up into southern portions there of Cochran County. May clip that northwestern corner there of Yoakum County as well here. So we'll see what the Weather Service in Lubbock does when that crosses over into their county warning area.
They're definitely going to have their hands full with
yeah.
this one that's moving into Lubbock County right now, though. Yeah, but still very strong rotation signature ongoing with this activity here. Not seeing anything that screams big debris ball or anything like that, which is good news.
All right, 2 miles south of Whit Harold, Hockley County Emergency Manager reports we have a semi-truck that's been rolled over by the tornado.
2 south of Whit Harold?
2 miles south of Whit Harold.
So that's right where that tracked over, yeah?
Yes, directly.
It's right over the Hodge community now. So Hodge, northeast of Levelland, that tornado is on top of you right now. Let's take one of our storm chasers out in the field. We have a live view now from shallow water as this activity is starting to move into that area. You can see this moving in. This is one of our photojournalists, Pedro Figueroa, who is out right now in shallow water, giving us an update as to what we're seeing there. This storm is going to be passing very close to the city of shallow water. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning now that has been issued for portions of Terry County, portions of Yoakum, portions of Cochran County in southwestern Hockley. Okay, so here is that one. Chris, go ahead. 70-mile-per-hour winds and 1-inch hail. Okay, so very strong winds with that. Also warned because of this activity moving in from Hobbs, Lovington area.
Severe thunderstorm located 5 miles northwest of Bronco or 12 miles east of Tatum, New Mexico, moving northeast at 50. Will impact Denver City, Plains, Bronco, Lehman, Tokyo, and Bledsoe.
Okay. So moving northeast at 50, you said?
Yes, sir.
Let's adjust the timing on that.
Yeah, that one's moving a little bit quicker.
That low-level jet that we were talking about earlier is kind of influencing that. So you can see where that's headed. It will kind of get affected by this outflow that we've got in the area too. So that'll take it more to the east, I think. More east-northeast. So heads up Levelland. Yeah, you can see it. Oh, no, it's propagating north. We'll see. But again, biggest concern, this one right now.
Weather Service says our rotation looking a little bit weaker on the radar, latest scan.
Okay. Also watching a new circulation developing near shallow water. So heads up shallow water. You can't see that pushing further east. Something we saw earlier today too is that the mesocyclone replaced itself. So what we're seeing now with this activity on the back side of it too.
I was going to say it's done that several times.
Yeah, it's kind of phasing out now, so we'll have to watch this activity here, southwest of Whit Harrell. But again, the confirmed tornado we have right now is there over Hodge, north of Hodge.
Flash flood warning remains in effect till 7:45 for southeastern Bailey, northeastern Cochran, northwestern Hockley, and southwestern Lamb County.
Back.
Yeah, about where the point of all those come together. Of course, we've had some very heavy rain with this storm earlier, moving through that area. In fact, about a mile south of Pep there in Hockley County earlier, excuse me, we had a report that of street flooding there in that general area as that storm moved through that area just a little bit earlier there, and haven't seen any new updates yet. Well, there may be something right there. Yeah, still no reports. National Weather Service in Lubbock says no recent tornado reports with this storm. And Jacob mentioned earlier, this looks like it's going through maybe another cycling phase here on this storm. But again, this is a confirmed tornado warning till 7 o'clock here for Hockley County. Had a report, several power poles, tree branches mangled there southwest of the
What's that, Chris?
southwest of Whit Harrell.
We have some, sorry. Okay, so we still got that storm there near Whit Harrell. Those damage reports coming in, large power poles snapped, and tree branches tangled up there.
Weather Service has said the circulation's weakening a bit, but like you mentioned earlier,
cycling.
and I said it just a second ago, yeah, it's doing that cycling phase.
Yeah, we keep having that here near Hodge. That mesocyclone is weakening. I'm going to be watching the backside of this system now southwest of Whit Harrell here. The reason why is that activity, that back end is continuing to kind of catch up with it. Overall storm, if you take a look at this core of it here, as we go forward to the core here, it's shifted more to the south and east. The rotation portion of this storm, though, you can see here, I'll highlight it for you, in that circled area, as we progress forward, it moves northeast, the overall rotation does, and then it eventually kind of gets sucked up by the main circulation. So it's now in this general area here.
I think it's
so right near Whit Harrell is where we're going to be watching again for maybe that replacement, that cycling that's going to be occurring in this area. Greatest rotation still around the Hodge area, although that is much weaker now compared to what it was. You can see with reflectivity, not seeing as much pop up there. No, but Chris, you did say we had confirmed damage southwest of Whit Harrell, about 3 miles.
Yeah.
Large utility poles have been snapped, tree limbs mangled from that confirmed tornado.
yes, we did
Okay.
earlier. Been trying to look at our shallow water camera. It's going in and out there. It's freezing up. So we can get that moved here. Maybe this is a good thing. We're getting this lull, not hearing as much reports.
Yes. It's kind of trending down. Hopefully that will continue. But again, we are concerned with the fact that our environment is still very, very favorable here in our area. Also, up to tennis ball sized hail is possible with this storm as it continues to move in. So heads up there. Moving into northern Lubbock County now, getting very close to the shallow water area.
We still have a severe thunderstorm warning up in Palmer County there. Little tiny sliver of northern Bailey County in that very far northwest corner of Lamb County here for the storm that is moving to the north and to the east here. This is until 7:30 on that storm, and we'll get the latest update here. Severe thunderstorm was 5 miles west of Lasbuddy. Well, actually, it's moving east now at 40. Still 60 mile per hour wind gusts, but still $half size hail possible with this storm. And this is mainly impacting Lasbuddy area there in Palmer County.
We also have DG, who's up live now. You can kind of see that there on your screen. We've got that view. We'll pull DG up full screen if we can. Is that who we have up right now?
Yes.
Okay, so he's out ahead of the storm looking back into it. That's in northern portions of Hockley County. This tornado did produce damage right along the Highway 385 FM 1294 corridor, about 3 to 5 miles due north of the city of Levelland, and it's tracking east. It's along 2646 right now, the area of greatest rotation, headed towards 168. So this will be passing very close to Smyer, close to shallow water recenter, and we are about to have a new tornado warning coming for Lubbock County. But we're also watching kind of on the backside of the circulation too, the backside of the storm, this general area, to see how that's going to interact with this activity as it continues to progress south and east this evening. If we could see kind of what we saw earlier with that mesocyclone replacing itself and seeing that new tornado develop within the portion of the storm. Also, something to note on the backside of this, we're seeing additional development throughout portions of Cochrane, northwestern Hockley County. That's going to be producing some pretty heavy rainfall as it moves in. So heads up with that activity too. We're watching that moving in from the southwest.
Okay, those are tornado warning.
Cochrane County.
Till 7:45 at 6:54, severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 4 miles northwest of Recenter, or 12 miles northwest of Lubbock, moving east at 25.
There it is.
If you're in the city of Lubbock and most of the county, you just had your wireless emergency alert go out on your phone there.
Yep.
In fact, while I was talking, I looked down and I saw it pop up on my phone.
Mine just screamed at you.
Yep.
So, again, area of greatest concern is going to be right in this general area here. And it's starting to take more of that southerly jog a little bit with it now. Not moving as more, that overall rotation as much back to the north and east, but we're starting to see that push back to the south and east, Chris.
Yes.
And what was the movement overall on that?
Moving east at 25 miles per hour, tornado and golf ball size hail possible with this storm.
Okay. I'm going to track it east-southeast because, again, it's cycling and going to take on more of that component here in a bit. You're beginning to see that better hook associated with it on the backside right here, too,
yep.
Where the initial rotation is out ahead of that.
And while Jacob and I are talking, I can hear in our engineering room behind the studio, I can hear the emergency alert system going off back there for the tornado warning.
Yes. A small tornado was reported just a few moments ago by the National Severe Storms Laboratory, who's a part of NOAA outside, near Fisher Road in 1294 there in Hockley County. That's where we were just talking about here on the screen as well. So again, new rotation. Still in this general area, it was moving more east-northeast as it kind of cycled here within the storm on its own. now starting to take more of that southeasterly jog. So headed towards the Lubbock metro area, tornado warning in effect, likely hearing the tornado sirens sounding here in the city of Lubbock. This is not a confirmed tornado warning as of right now, but again, we are continuing to see the storm cycle. We'll see it get really strong. We've had confirmed damage just north of Levelland. Power poles snapped in half. Tractor trailers have been flipped over there on Highway 385. That activity is continuing to push off towards the east and southeast, moving more easterly right now. So shallow water, safe place now for you. City of Lubbock, we're under a tornado warning. You need to be in your safe place. Pull out your phone once you get there. Pull up our live stream. We're streaming live here on Facebook. We're getting word now that sirens are active in the city of Lubbock. Things have been made active here for the Lubbock metro area. So again, Lubbock, you've got plenty of time. We're warning you. We're giving you your heads up to head to your safe place right now, because this general area is where that tornado has been popping up, popping out at times, okay? This has been confirmed at times. Dean, 7:07 p.m. arriving for you pretty close to the eastern Hockley, Lubbock County line. Reese Center, 7:25. 7:25 in Reese Village. West Carlisle, 7:34 p.m. Weston Place, out where the old Bed Bath and Beyond office was. Best Buy, we've got, what's the name of that place out there? Anyways, West End Shopping Center, that's where that's at. We can hear the tornado siren sounding here at KLBK. That's continuing to move to the south and east. Again, LCU arriving for you around 7:41, 7:40 Broadview, Texas Tech 7:48, and downtown Lubbock 7:53 p.m. Of course, staying very weather aware right now as this activity is moving on into our area. Checking updates here on my phone from the National Weather Service. Please forgive me. A new report now of a tornado being confirmed 7 miles southeast of Whit Harrell in Hockley County. That's the one we were just talking about. That's going to be in this location here as it tracks in towards the city of Lubbock. Chris, what do you have pulled up on link system number 2 right now?
I have the radar, but I've got the Metro Tower camera,
there we go. That's what I was going to ask you to pull up. There we go. Okay, so there's the Metro Tower looking back to the west. This is a live view as to what we're seeing here in the city of Lubbock right now, back to the west and northwest. And Chris, if you don't mind, would you pop up my version of this where we don't have the banner there at the top, just that way we can get a clearer view of the sky. And Chris, I'm going to let you kind of set the stage once again for our viewers at home. Okay, I'm going to get you to kind of talk about what is going on with that new tornado warning and everything. So where it's headed, where it could be impacted. So we'll pop up links. We'll pop up link system number 1 again as Chris kind of walks through and breaks down exactly what we've got going on out there right now. Chris?
Okay, like I said, we're looking at the Metro Tower camera. This is one of our 2 cameras there on top of the building there. And give me 1 second. We're getting some new data coming in here. Circulation of concern 11 miles west of shallow water, moving east there at 30. I'm sorry, moving east there. Okay, well, okay. Thank you, whoever did that. Someone kind of moved our camera there just a little bit back to the north and west here. But we're on the air right now. It is 7 o'clock, and you're watching Continuing Severe Weather Coverage here on KLBK. I'm meteorologist Chris Wadded, Chief Meteorologist Jacob Riley with me as well. We have a tornado warning for the city of Lubbock. This is a tornado warning for the city of Lubbock. If you are in Lubbock, you got the alert on your phone, the wireless emergency alerts, the tornado sirens that we have across the city have been going off as well here. And we're continuing to watch this storm here as it moves down into Lubbock County. In the last report, this was 4 miles northwest of Reese Center, or 12 miles northwest of Lubbock, moving east at 25. Now, let me note, this is not a confirmed tornado. This has had a history producing tornadoes, but this is not a confirmed tornado warning. But still, This is moving into the most highly populated community in our region here.
Yes. So that's why we're taking it as seriously as we are, Chris.
Yes.
Let's head back to link system number 1. We'll show you kind of a positive view of things. So you can see earlier we had a very strong tornado couplet popping up there along Highway 385, 5 miles north of Levelland. We have confirmed damage coming in from that location. Yeah. We're working to see if there are any injuries with that 18-wheeler that was overturned. As we take a look at this now, as activity continues to push to the east and southeast, we are seeing that overall that rotation has been weakening. That's fantastic news. That is exactly what we want to see.
Moving east at 30, last report, capable of producing a tornado. This was at 7 o'clock, is a minute ago. It was 8 miles southeast of Whitehare, 11 miles northeast of Levelland, moving east at 30.
11 miles northeast.
Did I say northeast?
Yep. Okay.
11 miles northeast of Levelland.
So again, that's kind of on the backside of that development.
But like Jacob's mentioned,
right
we've mentioned this several times, just because it's weakening and it's going through a cycling phase here, so it may pulse down a little bit and then spin back up.
So you can see how it kind of spun in there, weakened. Now we're watching the back side of this. It's taking its time getting a bit more organized. So this general, I'm going to be very broad with it here, but this general area near the Hodges area is what we'll be watching for that additional development as well. Also watching this little cell near Pettit, okay? That's starting to show some signs of maybe some supercellular structure there as well, back to the east and northeast of Morton. So again, large hail moving into the area right now as well. We'll show that 2 to 3 inches heading into shallow water this very moment. So heads up there, shallow water. But again, Lubbock County, very serious situation that we have ongoing right now. Do we have any of our storm chaser speeds up? Let's take, let's see, our left BAM shot. It's a live look coming into Lubbock County. Let's go back to our right BAM because I know where we're at with that one. This one is going to be over behind the Cabela's Bass Pro area. You can see the hotel there off in the distance. Taking a left now, you can see we're looking back to the east, facing back towards Lubbock Christian University. That particular shot is frozen up. Here's another one here. Okay, and we're able to see that is a different view. I believe this is Kyle, Storm Chaser Kyle Allen now. He's out in Hockley County, headed towards Lubbock County. With this activity moving in. We've got, we'll pull up our photojournalist Pedro Figueroa's feed. We have that live now. He's out near shallow water, beginning to see some hail bounce off of the road there. You can see he's on westbound side of Farm to Market 2641. And you can see that we do have some of that rotation now beginning to pick back up with this storm, Chris.
Yeah, we got a new...
So let's bump that lower third off really quickly. We have a funnel right here popping up. This is a live look, FM 2641. Okay, so look at that, Chris. We've got tornado on the ground. This is in Smyre. This is Pedro. Where's Pedro located? Okay, so we have ground circulation connecting with the funnel here. This is our photojournalist Pedro Figueroa. He is in eastern Hockley, western Lubbock County. He's been near shallow water. That's where this is at. But we're seeing that ground circulation connect now. So Chris, real quickly, what I want you to do is relay this message to our partners at the National Weather Service. So that way they can get that upgraded warning for this storm. We've got hail bouncing off the road. Very hard to look, but I'm telling you, I can see what we've got going on right here. We did have that funnel briefly making its way down to the ground. We're off of FM 2641, eastern Hockley County. This is very close to the Reese Air Force Base area. So again, that car is going to get right in our spot. Awesome. So right there is where we did have that weak funnel briefly just reported, and we did have some of that ground circulation popping up. So let's go back to link system number 1. We'll show you where that's at. It's going to be right in this general area here near Reese. Okay, you can hear those tornado sirens in the background here at KLBK, but we're watching this general portion of the storm for that rotation as it's going to continue to track to the south and east. Levelland, do not let your guard down though, okay? The reason why, we're seeing additional development now in northern Hockley County, back near Pettit, near Whitehare, and I don't like the way that's looking. Starting to show some of that kind of that hook echo associated with that as well, okay? So we'll be watching that one closely as it continues its track to the east and southeast here this evening.
Did you say that was running Reese or Smyre? I apologize.
Reese. Tornado warning continuing for up to golf ball sized hail as well. That's going to be moving just south of Anton over towards the shallow water area north of Smyre. So heads up with that activity as well. Checking some updates here on my watch that we're getting from the National Weather Service. Getting reports now of hail that is falling as well out across the region. This portion of Hockley County this evening right now. It's heading into Lubbock County, northwestern portions of Lubbock County. Let's go back to Pedro's feed if we can. We'll pull that full screen.
By the way, Levelland, you're under a new severe thunderstorm warning,
Pedro's
and it's
feed.
for this storm that's spinning back up near Pettit.
Yep. Did they have a tornado possible tag associated with that? And Randy, can we take the Pedro's feed, please?
We do not have a tornado possible tag on that. We do have 1.25 inch diameter hail and 60 mile per hour wind gusts.
Okay. And here we're working on getting our photojournalist Pedro Figueroa's feed back up because he's on this storm as it's approaching Lubbock County. His feed may have gone down, so we'll try to see. Here we go. He's trying to reposition, getting a better view of this as it continues to track in. While he's doing that, let's go on over to Storm Chaser Kyle Allen's feed because what we're able to see there is a lot of dust in the right band. There we go. We'll pop that lower third off the screen really quickly if we can, please. You can see that dust there on the horizon that's popping up. It's good to go ahead and pop that back up now. Just wanted to show that dust there on the bottom side of the screen. But again, you can see a lot of chasers that are out there as well. That's Kyle's view as to what is going on right now. And again, we will go back to DG's feed. He's getting repositioned on this storm to get a better view of it in the left BAM, and he's looking back into this. He's somewhere in eastern Lubbock or eastern Hockley County, western Lubbock County. As this storm, this tornado warning storm, is moving back into our area. Okay, let's go back to our link system number 1. Show you where that warning's at. Now a confirmed tornado warning for the city of Lubbock, Chris. This has been upgraded now to a confirmed tornado warning for the city of Lubbock. So we're going to work on finding probably from the report that we relayed there to the National Weather Service office. Chris, whenever you get that text pulled up, read off exactly where that they are saying that this is located at, please.
Give me 1 second here.
So the city of Lubbock now, we are under a confirmed tornado warning.
At 7:06, a confirmed tornado was located 4 miles northwest of Reese Center, or 12 miles northwest of Lubbock, moving east at 15 miles per hour. Damaging tornado and golf ball size hail. Weather spotters confirmed tornado.
Okay. So that's going to be located near the Dean area that's popping up here on the map right now, okay? So right in this general area, we do have a confirmed tornado on the ground.
Let me get that out on social.
Yeah, please do.
Real quick.
So yeah, it's going to be located kind of right in that general area. You can see where our outflow boundary is at. So city of Lubbock, be ready to head to your safe place immediately. This is 12 miles northwest of the city of Lubbock. So very close to the shallow water area. If you live in Lubbock County and you're in this warning, you need to be in your safe place. Okay? Lubbock County, you need to be in your safe place right now. Getting a little bit better of a visual of it here from my end. Okay. So again, this general area right here is where we have the greatest rotation occurring. Beginning to see that take a little bit more of that southeasterly jog too. We'll track this out for the next hour. Move in at about 25 to 30 miles per hour. You know what? I'm going to put it at 30 miles per hour, so if that way it shows up just a little bit ahead of schedule, that's okay. We'll be ready for it then. But again, you can see where that's at and where it's going to be headed over the next hour or so. Beginning to see that rotation increase right now. Again, it is confirmed by chasers about 3 miles due north of Smyre. Between 3 and 4 miles due north of Smyre, likely crossing over into Lubbock County right now. Let's take Kyle's feed live, please. Kyle Allen, our storm chaser out in the field, is live in Smyre, and this is a look at what he's looking at right now, okay? So again, I'm going to stay off the screen just because that's a very dark view and it's hard for me to see from my vantage point. But this is that storm as it's rolling in. Is his feed frozen? Yeah, okay. Thought so. Let's go back to links 1. There we go. So this area now is where we have a confirmed tornado just to the north of the Smyer area, tracking south and east. Okay, so northern Lubbock County. If you live in this purple area, Wolfforth, you're kind of on the cusp of it, on the border, but the Lubbock metro area, you need to be in your safe place right now. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Chris, do they use that kind of terminology in their latest warning with this as well? Sometimes it will go tornado emergency whenever highly populated areas are being impacted. So I don't know if we've
They
reached
did not
that
mention
criteria.
a TOE or a PDS on this right now.
Okay. So nothing on that right now. Let's head back over to Storm Chaser Kyle Allen. His feed is back up now, and he's tracking this as it's moving in, seeing kind of the base of this storm now as this activity is going to be continuing to push to the east and southeast towards the Lubbock metro area. Let's pop back on link system number 1. And the reason why, if you're in Lubbock County and you're seeing this and you're like, I don't know where my safe place is at, what am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go as this storm rolls in? We're going to talk about that really quickly, okay? So the best place for you to go is into an interior room away from any outside walls or windows. The best thing to do is to put as much space between you and the outside of your home as you physically can. If you have a basement, that's going to be your best option to go to, okay? So heads up there. Those are the best things that you can do to stay safe as these severe storms roll in. New information now of a new tornado near King Road and Delaware Road that is ongoing here in eastern portions of Hockley, western portions of Lubbock County. So let's go ahead and hop in to our analysis mode. I'll take a look at that. Trying to zoom in closely here. We said Delaware Road and King Road. There's King Road. Okay, so let's head south. So we're on King Road right now. Where in the goodness is Delaware Road? It's not popping up on our map. Okay. So near King and Delaware, right in this general area that we're talking about, south side of this warning, we have that tornado that is now confirmed on the ground, just north of Smyer in this general area. Again, radar hasn't been updated in a little bit, so that's why it looks different than what we're telling you. But again, we do have people who are out in the field saying near King Road and Delaware Road, there is a confirmed tornado now on the ground. And definitely seeing that with velocity signatures as well as this storm is beginning to rotate or increase with its intensity for rotation as well. So this is going to be moving directly for the Lubbock metro area. Yeah, we're starting to see that back end of the storm kind of catch up with this. So this thing is going to start to have much more forward motion on it here the next little bit. So Chris, do you have it pulled up there?
Yeah, I've got it on Google Maps.
That's exactly where we've got circled on the screen.
Yeah, it's right where you got circled on the radar.
Okay, so that's where we have a new confirmed tornado on the ground by chasers who are out in the field, saying that this is on the ground now.
At 7:13, a confirmed tornado was located 4 miles northwest of Reese Center or 13 miles west of Lubbock, moving east at 20 miles per hour.
Okay. So little tidbit here, the National Weather Service, we had a big microburst signature too. Look at that, some very strong wind right here north of the rotation. Big time wind event likely happened there between Smyer and Anton. So this activity, this is moving south or moving east at 20. National Weather Service, they only do south, southeast, or east. It's moving more towards the east, southeast. So that's gonna bring it right through the Lubbock metro area here at 30, you said?
30 miles per hour.
30 miles per hour. So there we go, Lubbock.
Or 20, I'm sorry.
20? Okay.
20, I was reading something else.
So this is what we're looking at over the next hour. Areas that will be impacted. Eventually Lubbock, back towards Ransom Canyon as well, going to be impacted by this activity. Again, latest update coming in. The current time is 7:15 p.m. We have a very serious situation unfolding here for the city of Lubbock, folks, okay? Something we take pretty seriously given the history that we have in our beautiful city as well with tornadoes, especially this time of year, okay? We've got a confirmed tornado warning highlighted by this purple flashing box on your screen. Whenever you see a purple box like that, that means a tornado has been confirmed on the ground by people who are out in the field. The National Severe Storms Laboratory is out in the field. They're the ones that have reported this. So this isn't just somebody's Uncle Jim that spotted it from his front porch, okay? These people know exactly what to be looking for. They've spotted it on the ground. It's right here north of Smyer. Okay, movement of this is southeast at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. I'm lowering it to 10 because, again, still in that cycling process, everything's trying to catch up with itself. Levelland, we're not forgetting about you. You do have some interesting looks with radar with this activity moving into your location. But we're focusing on this Lubbock County storm. This is the most highly populated area in West Texas. Believe it or not, Lubbock is bigger than Amarillo, bigger than the Midland-Odessa area, bigger than Abilene, one of the biggest cities west between Albuquerque and Dallas-Fort Worth. So a very serious situation for us. About 300,000 people live in Lubbock County. In fact, more than 300,000 people live in Lubbock County. So this arrives LCU, 7:36 p.m., 7:43 p.m., Texas Tech University. KLBK Studios, we're at South University and South Loop 289, 7403 University Avenue is our address, okay? Right here for us at the station, 746 downtown Lubbock, 8:03 p.m., Buffalo Springs Lake, Ransom Canyon at 8:07. If you work in our building, okay, you're going to be heading to your safe place. All non-essential personnel here within the next 10 to 15 minutes. So I'll let you know when the good time to do that is, okay? We're going to keep our directors in the booth right now. People in our newsroom, good to be staying in our newsroom. But whenever we tell you to head to shelter in a little bit, you need to head to shelter. A good place for that off of our newsroom is going to be the bathroom area. Again, it's in the middle portion of our building away from any outside walls and windows. Specifically, the guys' bathroom is going to be a good place to head for that. Here in the KLBK studio, on our back wall going to the hallway towards the front lobby, we have several different offices on that side that are going to be in the middle portion of our building away from any outside walls or windows. Those are going to be good places to go to as well. And those same tips go for you at home as well, okay? The main goal is to put as much space between you and the outside of your home as you physically can. Safe rooms do not have any outside walls or windows associated with them, okay? But the city of Lubbock, again, very serious situation for us. Let's go to Kyle, who's live in the field. He's got a good shot of this, and there it is, folks. You can see that rotating mesocyclone. Here's the base of the storm, and it's right in this area where we have that confirmed tornado on the ground. See a lot of lightning picking up with that. So again, this is the shot. This is the storm moving into Lubbock County, prompting the confirmed tornado warning. This is Storm Chaser Kyle Allen, who is out tracking this right now, and it's moving into the Lubbock metro area. Okay, folks? Again, we're here to not scare you, not cause anxieties or fears, but to give you the facts. Okay, the fact is that we have a storm moving into our area. This is a look from Smyer as it's pushing into Lubbock County, and it has a history of a confirmed tornado. Just recently reported north of Smyer by 3 to 4 miles. It's passing the Lubbock County line out of Hockley County into western Lubbock County right now. So this is moving into a very heavy populated area, the city of Lubbock. Best place for you to go if you're in the path of this storm, which, by the way, all of the Lubbock metro area is into an interior room away from any outside walls or windows. Looks like we have a weak funnel there popping up with that. Chris, what do you have for us?
717, confirmed tornado near Reese Center, 12 miles west of Lubbock, moving east at 20 miles per hour. Circulation is nearly stationary just west of Reese Center. However, the tornado could resume forward movement toward the east at any time. And you were mentioning just now that the funnel. Yeah, we were having that circulation. You can see kind of circle back up into the storm. And now we're beginning to see that catch up, and it's going to start moving east. But this is Kyle Allen's feed. You can see the rotation of this thing, right? We're looking at the mesocyclone. Lots of lightning going on with this. But folks, you heard what Chris said. 12 miles east of Lubbock, west of Lubbock, moving east. It's going to be moving right for us in the metro, okay? This is what we're looking at, that circulation here with the mesocyclone. That's where we've got that strongest rotation at. A lot of lightning indicating this storm is very strong, very healthy, okay? It's not weakening as it's moving into our area. So you need to take this seriously, folks. Folks, it's been a while since we've dealt with a tornado warning in the metro area of Lubbock. Yep, and some conversations have been had on social media the past couple of days of people say, you know, it seems like the weather always goes around us here in Lubbock. And what I like to say is every day we go without a tornado in our city, we get one day closer to the next. And unfortunately, we may be pushing our luck today as this confirmed tornado warning storm is moving into our area, and that could be a tornado right there. We're looking at this. Chris, take a look over here with me, man. You see this there? Yeah, is that I've seen it.
Some broad circulation. Looks like we have some ground swirl picking up here. Try to see if you can get a more exact, precise location for Kyle. I know he's near Smyre, but he's looking at this and it's moving into the city of Lubbock, to western Lubbock County. So again, there's a mesocyclone. It's going to be in this general region right here. If we have a tornado on the ground, that it's occurring. And we're close to touchdown right here. That's what we're watching. But again, this is pushing back into portions of Hockley County. Out of Hockley County, there it is right there. You see it right there? Okay, so we've got that funnel now coming down out of the storm, beginning to make contact with the ground on the right side of the mesocyclone. Sorry for the squinting, trying to see it here with our studio lights. But Chris, this is it right here.
Yeah, Brian, our assignment manager, tells me that Kyle is right on State Highway 114 right there in Smyre.
Okay, 114 in Smyre.
Yeah.
So this is literally heading into Lubbock County. He's just north of Highway 114 looking at this, and we've got it on the ground, it looks like now, Chris.
It's looking that way.
We've got some bright studio lights to make it hard to see, and that's what we're checking out. But right in this area, that's where that touchdown's going to be. You can see it looks like a funnel here. Kyle's going to try to reposition and get ahead of this right now. Let's go back to link system number 1. And we'll show you real quickly. Oh, actually, leave it here. Leave it on Kyle's feed. Leave it on Kyle's feed, please. Have we had any updates from the National Weather Service recently?
721 confirmed tornado 4 miles northwest of Reese Center or 13 miles west of Lubbock, now moving east at 15 miles per hour.
Okay, Lubbock Metro, this is going to be heading right towards us, okay? We've got that debris ball showing up now. There we go.
And we've got other storms out there, so while we're looking at this, I want to point out we have a new severe thunderstorm warning is in effect for portions of Castro, Hale, Lamb, and Swisher County. It's north of Earth, north of Olton, but it includes the Hart area here. We could see ping pong ball size hail and wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. So that's severe thunderstorm warning up there in effect until 8:15.
Chris, this is moving at 15 or 20, did you say?
Last update, this was now moving east at 15.
Okay. And it is basically stationary.
All right, we're getting another report. We may have another colleague is reporting a tornado on the ground again. So,
okay. Kyle's feed is up now. Do we have that live? Got so deep into the. That's it, on the right side, I believe, Chris.
Oh, I'm in the shot.
Right there. No,
Sorry,
you're good.
I stuck my head in the shot, folks.
These lights are super bright in here, but that could be it on the ground. Kyle knows how to get in the right position for these storms too. That's it. Yeah, that's it. It's on the ground. It's not the most defined look, but you can definitely see it there with the ground swirl. Okay, so we have confirmed tornado now. This is on moving into western portions of Lubbock County right here. We do have that confirmed tornado on the ground. This is Storm Chaser Kyle Allen's feed. Looking at this activity as it's moving back to the east, you can see that broad rotation with the mesocyclone on this activity. But right in this area is where we do have some of that contact ongoing with this tornado-warned storm.
Jacob, if you need a better look at this, they do have it up in one of our BAM monitors. Here
Which one?
In the studio, in the BAM monitor.
Which, left or right side?
It's going to be in the, if you're standing in front, it's going to be on your right.
Go to the right BAM really, really quick, because there's that tornado right here. Go to the right BAM. This is the right BAM? Okay, perfect.
Well, what I was saying is there's a better view of it from over here.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. I'm just saying if you need a better look at it, because I know the studio lights are shining right on
We
you.
finally caught up to the same page. I get you. I get what you're saying
yeah.
now. Okay, so Kyle's going to reposition. Go back to links 1 while he's doing that, as that storm is getting its act together. But again, you can see that tight rotation couplet, that bit of a debris ball trying to pop up with this storm here in Hockley County. Current time is 7:25. Real quickly, let's set the stage across the rest of the area. Severe storms in Palmer, Castro, northern Lamb counties as well. Gusty winds, large hail concern there. Hockley County, we've got this activity moving in on the west and northwest side. It's going to bring some heavy rain just north of Levelland and follow this storm into the Lubbock metro area as well. Back down to our south, though, no active warnings going on. Just this bit of activity that we have right here in the city of Lubbock right now.
Jacob,
So
we got multiple tornadoes now. A 724, confirmed tornado located near Reese Center, 12 miles west of Lubbock, now moving east at 10. It's slowing down again. Okay. A pair of tornadoes was observed at 722 near Reese Center.
You can see them right there. There's two separate ones.
Yep.
There we go. All right, folks. Lubbock, it's kind of sitting still right now, but something I want to make note of. I know they say it's moving east. Look at this, though, okay? Again, they can't say east, southeast. They can either say south, east, or southeast. This jog is taking more of that southeasterly jog. So this is putting the Lubbock Metro as the prime real estate for this activity, folks, okay? See if we can contact Larry and have him move the Metro Tower cam just a little bit to the west and have him zoom out just a smidge, or just move it to the left because I don't want to zoom and mess up the thing there. But we have multiple confirmed tornadoes, twins, on the ground with this storm as it's now crossing out of Hockley County into Lubbock County. Okay.
So you want to point it back toward the Wells Fargo Tower?
Yeah, turn it to the left.
Okay. I just sent him a text, so.
Thank you. So again, that's where our area of greatest circulation is at right now. That's where it's going to be headed for the city of Lubbock. This, again, is a confirmed tornado warning. My goodness. Okay, let's pull Kyle's feet up. Kyle Allen is out in the field, and he has been on this storm all day long. Can we drop the lower third? Perfect, thank you. And it's spinning.
Okay, the National Weather Service is saying this is 8 miles southwest of shallow water, but this is still technically in Hockley County.
Right. Okay.
So it's riding right on the county line.
It is.
A mile or two either way.
Hold on just one second, Chris.
No, you're fine.
I'm going to take over really quick and pull something up on links 2. That's Kyle's view. Let's go back to links 1 real quick because it's hard to see. Kyle's view is just so, it's dark. So it's hard to really see anything. Real quickly, there we go. Let's go to link system number 2 now. We'll show you a live look from right here in the city of Lubbock. This is our Metro Tower looking back to the west. You can see the lower end, the bottom side of this supercell storm. You can see a lot of that dust getting kicked up, and that's just a very good looking structure with the storm overall. It's going to be a little finicky here, so hold on. Let's take a look in shallow water too, see if the camera's up and running there. Very heavy rain falling in shallow water, likely have some large hail occurring with that storm as well. But this is a live look in Lubbock again. You can see the base of that storm back to the north and west of the city of Lubbock right now. Frequent lightning. Again, folks, this is a view of that confirmed tornado warned storm that's heading into our city. Let's go back to link system number 1. Actually, let's head out to our photojournalist Pedro Figueroa. He's got a live view of this up from his vantage point as well. We'll pop off that lower third really quickly. We'll pop it back up in just a second. But you can see the base of that storm. I believe he's out. I don't know exactly where he is. Looks like he's south and west of the city. But see how you can pop that lower third back up. That green kind of popping up in the middle section of the screen, that lets us know we have a lot of rain falling with this, in addition to some large hail occurring as well. Let's take Kyle's feed back up. It's a little fuzzy, but again, he's kind of in the bulk of this storm. Where it's at now, we'll take the right BAM feed if we can.
Jacob, 4 miles northeast of Smyre, we have power poles that are snapped.
Okay, so Lubbock County, serious situation, folks. We've been telling you it is all evening long. We have power poles snapped that are now being reported snapped in half in Smyre. Let's go back to link system number 1. Let's reset the stage, show you what's going on right now, where we're at. The current time is now 7:30 p.m. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jacob Riley. We've got meteorologist Chris Whited in with us this evening, and we are tracking this very significant storm that's moving into our metro area.
Jacob, do me something real quick.
Go ahead.
Check your batteries on your microphone because you're going in and out in my IFB. I just want to double check.
Yeah, I should be good.
Okay,
I should be good.
Just checking.
Thank you for that, Chris.
Oh, you're
Thank
welcome.
You. So again, power poles confirmed snapped in this area right here. This is where that tornado is on the ground. and it's tracking towards the east. This is going to move right through the Lubbock metro area, folks. Unfortunately, there's no way around it. I can't tell you if the tornado is still going to be on the ground at the time that this moves into our area or not. What I can tell you, though, is that it's on the ground now and it's doing damage. We have confirmed damage reported. And again, we're giving you the facts as we're receiving them. As we have more of these updates come in, we'll continue to push those out for you. But again, confirmed tornado now is moving very, very slowly near the Smyer area. But we have power poles that have now been snapped. That's been confirmed by chasers in the field with this activity. It is going to be pushing through the Lubbock metro. The portion of the storm that has the most amount of rotation with it, that's most likely to produce a tornado, is going to be moving into the Lubbock metro. This is a confirmed warning right now. Again, can't say that it's going to stay confirmed by the time it rolls into Lubbock, but you need to treat it like it's going to. You need to get to your safe place immediately. This is me telling you as your chief meteorologist to get to your safe place now. You need to take this seriously. If you're watching us over the air, what I want you to do is turn the volume all the way up on your TV, okay? Lubbock Metro, we don't have the tornadic portion of the storm here right now, so you've got time to do this. Turn the volume all the way up on your TV. Get to your safe place. Make sure you can hear us from your safe place as well, all right? What I want you to do as well, have those phones ready. Have it with you in your safe place. We're streaming live on Facebook as well. You can continue to watch our coverage there. The tornadic portion of the storm is now crossing into Lubbock County, Chris. We're beginning to see that now start to kind of increase here with forward motion. So I'm going to hop off the screen. We'll pull up Kyle's feed if we still have Kyle, who's out in the field right now, and get a view of what he is seeing with this activity. So this is a live look from storm chaser Kyle Allen, trying to get a better view of this stuff.
Jacob, I want to point out directly right behind our tornado warning, we have a severe thunderstorm warning butting up right behind it, and this does include Levelland.
Okay, let's get off of Kyle's feed. Let's go back to Pedro's in the sports monitor, please. David's. One of our photojournalists, David Yours, who's out with us right now, and he's got a good view of this. And where did we say? He is at the 19th Street and West Loop. And he's looking back to the west.
Levelland, just heads up this storm for you, this new severe thunderstorm warning, 1-inch hail and 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts.
Okay, go to link system number 2, please. Chris, we've got a good view of it there on your system. Let's leave it right there real quick. But again, this is a live look from our metro tower looking back to the east at this activity moving in. So we're going to have a good view on this as it starts to make its way into the Lubbock metro area.
National Severe Storms Laboratory crew has eyes on 2 tornadoes.
Wow.
3.5 miles northwest of Reese Center.
Okay, go to links 1. I've got that circled on the screen for you. Okay, so where we're looking at right now, these areas in green, the south side of this circle, the wind's going towards the radar site in Lubbock. Areas in red, where the winds are going away from the radar site in Lubbock, and that's where we have that counterclockwise rotation, which lets us know that's where our tornado is located. I'm saying that lets us know where it's located because we have eyes on the ground. The meteorologist with NOAA's branch of the National Severe Storms Laboratory Group, they're out here on this right now, and they're saying not just 1 tornado, but we've got 2 tornadoes that are actively occurring with this storm. Again, that's going to be tracking east, southeast at about 10 to 20 miles per hour, and it will impact the Lubbock Metro this evening, folks. This is a serious situation. You need to treat it as such, okay? This warning, I want to make note, only goes until 7:45 tonight, okay? What we've seen happen with this storm, it'll speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down as it is cycling with that mesocyclone. The mesocyclone, the rotating portion of the supercell storm where that tornado is occurring at. It's recently recycled and it's getting stronger once again. As that happens, it starts to take more of that right turn due to something known as the Coriolis effect here, and also in the northern hemisphere, but also due to that boundary that we've been saying. B for boundary today. That has been the big word with the forecast today, but that rotation looks even stronger now as it crosses into western Lubbock County, getting very close to Highway 114. To crossing Highway 114. Out near Woods Boot City is probably where it will track and very close to. Chris, go ahead.
Yeah, we got a new downstream tornado warning that's going to be issued here for more or less the same areas, maybe a little bit.
Okay, Would you ask if they plan just to keep it confirmed, tornado emergency, kind of what their course of action is, particularly dangerous situation, what it is? Because at the end of the day, a tornado warning is a tornado warning, right? Yeah. This one is confirmed. But again, this is going to be tracking into the Lubbock metro area. And really, anywhere from the North Loop to South Loop right now, you're in play, okay, for where this storm could be headed. I said a couple of moments ago, I'm telling you this as your chief meteorologist. I'm also telling you this as your neighbor, as your friend. I live in Lubbock too. We're going to be impacted by this storm, okay? Whether it's damaging wind gusts, whether it's large hail, whether it's a confirmed tornado on the ground, we are going to see some impacts out of this. Get to your safe place. Please do that for us, okay? Make sure you're in your safe place. Chris, latest update still shows that strengthening now, crossing into Hockley, or out of Hockley County into Lubbock County. This is Highway 114 here, and it's tracking right towards the Lubbock metro area.
Jacob, Justin Weaver, the meteorologist in charge of the Weather Service here in Lubbock, he says it's going to be a confirmed warning.
Perfect. Okay, thank you very much. All right, we've got David Yours, one of our photojournalists here. Let's take off that lower third really quickly, please. And we can see the base of this storm, that mesocyclone there, as it's approaching in from the 19th Street and West Loop, looking back into the storm. He's located right across from the Academy. This is in the Yates Flooring parking lot, right near 19th Street, right across from Academy Sports and Outdoors. If you're familiar with that, just west of the LCU's campus.
Jacob, they are going to add a considerable tag to this tornado warning.
Okay, thank you, Chris. So that's what we're looking at with this storm right now.
Folks, your phones are about to go off again if you're in Lubbock.
Yes, that WEA alert will go off. Our sirens are ongoing here in the city of Lubbock. But again, this activity is moving in straight for the city of Lubbock, okay? Let's go back to link system number 1 real quick, and I want to show you where this is at, where it's going to be headed. We can pop up that lower third again if you want to. But again, if we can leave it off, that would be much better. So Hurlwood area, heads up for you. This storm is headed right over Reese Center, okay? Here is our confirmed tornado on the ground, folks. FM 2378 is where that confirmed tornado is at on the ground right now, just north of Highway 114. In fact, we'll say along Highway 114. There we go. Update scan is in, showing that right here. This is the area of greatest rotation. This is moving directly towards Reese Center. This is going to move down 19th Street towards West Carlisle. We have a lot of new development out here with homes, things like that. Not everything's popping up. So Inler Avenue, Alcove Avenue, there south of Erskine Street, North County Road 1500, 34th Street, west of West Loop, 289. Over the next 5-10 minutes, you have the greatest tornado concern in these locations, okay? Again, we have multiple confirmed tornadoes on the ground in this hook echo right here, right now by the National Weather Services branch, or NOAA's branch of the National Severe Storms Laboratory. Something else that we're starting to see is that this storm on the backside is beginning to surge in, catch up with this activity, and it's about to increase, I think, the forward motion of this storm as well. So we're going to start to see this thing moving a lot more here pretty quickly.
Chaser spotters reporting that the 2 tornadoes we were looking at have dissipated, or they're not visible because we've got dust and heavy rain obscuring the views.
So folks, this isn't something that you're going to go outside and you're like, oh, I'm going to be able to watch this thing. No, you're not. The dust is obscuring the visibility on this. There's the confirmed tornadoes, and they're moving due southwest. Right now, if it keeps its exact track, okay, if it doesn't meander back more to the east, if it keeps its exact track, what's going to happen is this is going to move over the southern half of the Lubbock metro. It's basically, go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, here's the warning. At 7:38, a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located over Reese Center, or 11 miles west of Lubbock, moving southeast at 10 miles per hour. And I want you to note on the screen here, the tornado warning polygon is actually now a little bit farther to the south. It does now include the city of Wolford.
Okay, Wolford, you are included in that.
So yeah, they've kind of shoved it down a little bit more to the south with this update.
Yep, so you can see that here. That tornado signature, Chris, is one of the strongest ones that we've seen today.
It definitely is.
Look at this velocity scan. Right here, we've got very strong winds coming into Smyre as well. There it is right here. Let's go ahead and let's take our photojournalist, Pedro Figueroa. He is off near, what steakhouse you said?
Yeah.
Kegel Steakhouse.
Right off of Inler.
Off of Inler Avenue, as this is moving in. this is, again, folks, a very significant, serious situation moving into Lubbock County right now. This storm is tracking right down Highway 114th, turning into 19th Street now. That's how close we are in terms of proximity with this activity. So please keep Pedro's feet up. If you see anything concerning in the control room, if you see any bright blue or green flashes, that's going to be a power flash, okay? If y'all see some of that, please let us know. But this right here indicates very heavy rain, that greenish color, a large hail that's also occurring with the storm. Let's go back to Links 1 though, because I want to track this storm, show you where it's actually at on the ground right now. This is 114th, 19th Street right here, going from Lubbock back towards Smyer. We're now in Lubbock County, folks. This confirmed tornado on the ground in western Lubbock County, tracking along 19th Street, 114th, going to be passing very close to Lubbock Christian University. West End Shopping Center, it's going to be passing very close to you. Moving through the heart of Lubbock, potentially right overhead here at KLBK Studios.
And
so,
I know the sirens are going off. I hear them here in the studio.
Yep.
Yeah.
So quick update for folks in our building. Get ready to go to our safe place within the next 20 minutes, okay? Again, for those of you off the newsroom area, it's going to be the men's restroom. For those of you, not everybody's going to be able to fit in there, I can tell you that. We do have some offices off of our hallway going back up to our lobby. We can go into those offices. Those are good options as well to be safe. But again, this tornado is likely still on the ground occurring here. Let's go back to Pedro's feed. We'll pull that up. We'll show you what we're looking at here. I'm going to step off the screen so I can look at it.
Yeah, let's remind people too, if you're on the campus at Texas Tech University or Lubbock Christian University, I know we're in the summer break here, but if you're on campus, you need to go to a safe place on the campuses as well.
Yes, please do that. Let's pull up Pedro's feed, please. All right, there's Pedro's feed. Looking back to the west, you can see this activity is beginning to push in a little bit more. And seeing the broad rotation with this activity here is moving this general direction, trying to circle around in this general manner here. But again, this activity tracking right for the city of Lubbock. A lot of people out there trying to watch this. Get off the roads, folks. Get to your safe place. Chris, on Links 2, I'm going to get you pull up that tornado safety graphic that we have again, telling you where to go should you be caught out in this activity. But again, folks, you can't see this. The people out that are on this storm saying that it's completely wrapped up in dust, okay? You won't be able to see it. Tornado safety tips. Take off the lower third, please. Stay away from the doors and windows. Go to the basement, an interior room on the lowest level floor of your home, away from any outside walls or windows. Protect yourself by putting a pillow over your head. If you have a bicycle helmet, wear that too. Carry some blankets with you to your safe place. If you're outside, seek shelter in the nearest sturdy building that you can find and get into. If that's not an option, get in a ditch or a low spot. Cover the back of your head while you're laying down, okay? Don't try to outrun these tornadoes on the road. Don't try to run to your car and get in your car. You're not going to be able to do that, okay? So inside room, away from outside walls and windows. As much space between you and the outside of your home as possible. Let's go ahead and pull that up, which you said, Pierce. We'll pull that up. What was that? Oh, gotcha. Okay, let's go ahead and let's pull back up Pedro's feed. And we'll show you this as it's continuing to move into Lubbock County. Confirmed tornado with this storm as it's tracking into the Lubbock metro area. Again, at times there have been multiple tornadoes ongoing with this storm. You need to get to your safe place. Back to Links 1 we go. We will take a look here at this rotation, let you know where it is located now.
Jacob,
Go ahead, Chris.
Got a report here from Hockley County Emergency Management. A tornado has hit a structure.
Okay.
6874 private road in Prairie Lane. One person injured. That
Goodness
coming
gracious.
from our feed with the National Weather Service.
Okay, so we now have injuries reported with this tornado, folks. This is as serious as it gets for the city of Lubbock, okay? Get to your safe place if you're not there already. I want you to turn up the TV as loud as you can. We are streaming live on Facebook as well. You can find us there for our coverage on your mobile phone. You can still hear us over the air as well. But again, this is a very serious situation. We have injuries confirmed out of this tornado due to damage that has happened in Hockley County. Chris, see if you can pull up those crossroads so we can get a better reference as to where exactly that's located in Hockley County.
Okay. 744, confirmed tornado located in the recenter 9 miles west of Lubbock, moving east at 15 miles per hour. Weather Service, now they're approximating at 5 miles west-northwest of Reese Center. Emergency management reports tornado, 1 injured. Emergency management reports structural damage from a tornado.
Okay, so we have people whose homes have been hit. We have our neighbors who lost their home. They have been injured from this tornado warning. Take it seriously, folks. This isn't something to beat around the bush about. This is something that you need to be heading to your safe place and taking your loved ones there with you right now as well. This is a very serious situation developing for the city of Lubbock, as we've been telling you all day long that the potential existed for that to occur, okay? So again, we do have injuries now coming in on the west side of the city of Lubbock near Reese Center, as this confirmed tornado is still on the ground and doing damage, okay? It's right near the Hurlwood area now, continuing to move to the east and southeast. This will pose a risk to the entire Lubbock metro area, okay?
Yeah, this is, okay.
This
is going to be the 6800 block of PR Prairie Lane is the name of the road here. I'm looking at it on Google Maps.
Okay.
Right now, this is just barely across the line in Hockley County.
Okay, so that injury and damage reported to a home, where that X is at. The circle is where the tornado's at now.
Yeah, general area, about where that X is, maybe just a little north of there.
Perfect.
It's right there.
Okay, gotcha. I see that. North of the T&T Bird Dog Training and Kennels area, Big R Surplus and Salvage, just north of that is where this activity, that rather confirmed damage now and injury, has been reported. Let's take links 2. Take links 2 full screen for us, please. This is a live look from our Metro Tower West camera looking back into the belly of this beast as it's moving into the city of Lubbock. Now this, again, is looking back into this storm. The tornado is right in here. A very eerie fact with this situation right now. This camera is on top of the building that was hit by the F5 tornado for May 11th, 1970, and it's looking back now into this storm where we have a confirmed tornado that has now hit someone's home and injured them tonight in eastern Hockley County near Smyre. So this is a serious situation, treated as such.
Jacob, one of our coworkers, Alba, is reporting emergency radio traffic reports of a tornado touchdown on 2378 near Smyre.
Okay, so again, that's kind of where we've been hinting at with this activity for the past couple of minutes or so. Let's go back to link system number 1. We can hear the tornado siren still sounding here in our studio. Let's hop back to link system number 1. We'll show you that circulation now tightening up again, and it's moving into the city of Lubbock right now. Again, this X here on the screen right there, that's where we have a confirmed injury being reported from this tornado. It's tracking, you can see, this direction. Okay, so this area here, the best chance of seeing this confirmed tornado move through. At this point, there's not the ability to dodge the bullet anymore in Lubbock, okay? It's going to be moving right into our metro area, and we're going to be on the air as long as we're on the air, unless we take a power hit. And we will be watching this very, very closely for you, because that's our priority here, is to keeping you safe and informed during these storms. We try to keep you calm as well with information like this. We hope that's the case. We understand if it's not. Chris, what do you have for us?
Randy, will you pull up links 2 real quick? Jacob, I want you to notice something. Watch our storms that were to the southwest. They just get sucked into this huge mesocyclone.
This is a beast.
Yes.
This
Look
storm,
at that.
and like we joke, half-heartedly joke, about storms have a mind of their own sometimes. That's what this storm is today. That's what we're seeing with this. But you can see that overall movement has been more to the east and now moving more to the east and
then those
southeast.
storms just kind of
Yeah.
go into that big storm. Yeah.
Let's go back to links 1. Chris, would you check that NWS update for us, please?
I sure will.
But again, that surge, that area of strongest rotation right in this location now, heading straight for the Lubbock Metro.
95 mile per hour wind gust in Smyre, the West Texas Mesonet site there at 7:40. That was 10 minutes ago. 95 gusts in Smyre.
Okay.
7:41, we had a 69 mile per hour wind gust at Reese Center. These are the Texas State University West Texas Mesonet sites there.
Okay, the storm looks like it's starting to take more of that easter track too. So again, continue to see that circulation here, but that cycling is also occurring.
City of Lubbock. I mean, just
right here is the main circulation. We'll be watching this area as well, okay?
Let me go back to our camera here.
Let's take links 2, please. Wow, actually take the sports shot. Take the sports shot, please. Is this David? Let's take off that lower third if we can. Yeah, here it is, Chris. Just look at this, what we say greenage. This lets us know we have a lot of hail ongoing with the storm as well. Lots of heavy rain.
That's from West
This
Loop
is the
and
main.
19.
Yeah, this is, if you know where the Academy is, off of West Loop, 289 and 19th Street, this is that location. We're looking right into where this storm is producing that tornado, where we have that confirmed 95-mile-per-hour wind gust at the Smyer Mesonet site, gusting back up to 60 now that the main circulation has pushed through. Probably some river flank downdraft surge that's coming through that area. It's here, folks. Be in your safe place. City of Lubbock now. There are way too many people driving on this loop right now. People need to be home. Get out from under the overpass. You shouldn't be parked under an overpass either. That is dangerous. It's reckless. Not okay to do. Go back to link system number 1. We'll pop that up. There it is. Man, that circulation very strong here. Again, areas in green is where the wind is coming towards the radar site in Lubbock. Areas in red is where it's going away. That's where we have that counterclockwise circulation going on right now. This is a very serious situation, life-threatening situation for the city of Lubbock. Make sure that you are staying with us here on KLBK. We've got you covered. We're going to watch this as it moves into our metro area. But again, we're watching it very, very closely. We're all neighbors today. We're all watching this as this is moving into our city.
Yeah,
Chris?
our partners of the National Weather Service say this is right over Reese Center.
Okay, and it's right there. I mean, it's on the ground. Good circulation popping up with that. Again, Chris, what do you have pulled up on links 2 right now?
Still have our Metro West camera.
Let's take links 2. Our Metro Tower is right about the center of Lubbock, and it's looking back to the west, looking right into the base of this storm, and it's going to be right in this area where that tornado is occurring. Okay. Let's take a look back with David. And it's getting very dark where he is at.
Yeah.
Let's take David's feedback full screen. There we go.
Smyer just gusted to 109 miles per hour.
Goodness gracious. Okay. Reese Center right here. Smyer just had a 109 mile per hour wind gust, folks.
And another 69 mile per hour wind gust at Reese Center.
So Reese Center is right where the circulation is most prominent right now. Chris, what I'm going to have you do, real quick, Randy, let's pull up links 1. Chris, if you don't mind, go to our newsroom when you get a chance and just make sure everyone knows where our safe place is here in the building, please.
Yes, sir.
Make sure they know where to go. They're in the newsroom and also the offices on the back wall, okay? If you're watching us at home and you're just now tuning into coverage, we have a confirmed tornado on the ground. Confirmed wind gusts now 109 miles per hour in Smyer on our West Texas Mesonet site that we have there. Well, we have an area of very strong rotation. Areas in green going towards Lubbock, red away. Right there, big time circulation right over Reese Center. They're gusting over 60 miles per hour.
1 mile southeast of Reese Center now is where the circulation is.
Say that one more time.
1 mile southeast of Reese.
So Reese Center, it's right over the top of you, getting ready to cross over Highway 114. Chris is going to go let our newsroom know where they need to be headed if they're non-essential staff to get to their safe place, okay? We're here at KLBK. This tornado was initially here, north of Smyer. We have confirmed damage to homes and injuries reported here, northeast of Smyer, okay? That activity is pushing east now, continuing to track down Highway 114, getting very close to West Loop 289. Somebody get in contact with David and tell him he needs to move because he's right in the path of this storm. He needs to make sure he's keeping himself safe out there today too. This is continuing to track southeast. It's going to be tracking through the heart of the Lubbock metro area. So this is the loop here. Most of the population is in this general area, and it looks like it's going to track right through that area. We're going to have a good view of it, unfortunately, here from our KLBK studios. But if that tornado is not even on the ground, damaging winds over 100 miles per hour already confirmed with this activity as well. That circulation is continuing to push to the east and southeast with us this evening. Moving right overhead the Academy area. Let's take David's feed really quick just to show you. Let's take off that lower third, please. But that lower third, or I'm sorry, it's moving in right now. Those folks on the 19th Street are about to get hit very hard with that very heavy rain, those very strong wind gusts as well in that particular area. Awesome, thank you, Chris. So let's go back to Lynx 1, getting some weird, hold on. Radar's having a bit of a hard time because this storm is overhead of our radar now. So it's beginning to affect it some. But notice the area of circulation is now completely wrapped in rain. So Lubbock, you don't need to go outside for this, okay? You don't need to be going outside trying to spot this tornado. You won't see it, okay? You're not going to be able to see it. It's rain wrapped. Let's take Lynx 2. I think we've got a view of it. Lynx 2, take that full screen, please. Thank you very much. Right in this general area, you see some of that lowering popping up as our camera's cutting in and out here. This is from the Metro Tower, which was the tower hit by the F5 tornado, May 11th, 1970. Looking back into this storm, it's going to clear up eventually. But yeah, you can see this area. It's now becoming rain wrapped. That's where we have the highest potential of seeing this confirmed tornado. That's likely where it's occurring now. Let's go back to Lynx system number 1.
Looks like we're getting 70, 80 mile per hour base velocities just off deck. Rear flank downdraft surge between Lubbock and Reese Center right now.
Okay, that's moving into Lubbock. At least 70 to 80 mile per hour wind gusts moving into the Lubbock metro right now. Lubbock, you need to be inside, okay? Let's see. Temperatures have dropped sharply behind this activity as it's moved in. Lubbock LCU gusting to 50 miles per hour right now. So the strong winds are moving over LCU right now.
We mentioned earlier,
which is inside the metro.
We mentioned earlier Smyer, that wind gust 109, that was 747, okay. So that was about 10 minutes ago. Law enforcement, shallow water, reporting a large carport ripped loose from a house and entangled in power lines.
So shallow water, we now have damage coming in from shallow water to people's homes. People's homes are being damaged in shallow water.
Doesn't specify exactly where, but it's thunderstorm wind damage.
Okay. Chris, leave your view up. Okay, so we don't have David's feed anymore. We've checked in with him. He's safe. Is that David's feed actually in the sports monitor? Let's pull up the feed in the sports monitor right now, please. I believe this is our photojournalist, David Yours. He's out, and you can see it has turned to night in Lubbock, where this storm is moving in right now. Again, we're keeping a very close eye on our tower cameras, our Skyview cameras as well, to see if we've got any power flashes popping up. This storm is now in Lubbock proper. Yeah. So everyone in the newsroom needs to be in their safe place, okay? Everyone in the newsroom, you need to be in your safe place right now here at KLBK. But again, those very strong winds are moving in right now. Okay, this is Pedro at 19th in Milwaukee. Extremely windy there. You can see the power lines kind of bouncing up and down in the wind. Very heavy rain. Where Pedro is located at is where the area of strongest rotation is about to move into.
We got unconfirmed reports there may be a tornado over near Sam's Club.
Okay, so that's going to be right in this general area. So if you know where Sam's is at, southwest Lubbock, that's where we have reports of this at now. Let's
not confirmed. That's based on some
potential some reports and stuff that we're seeing come in through our feed. But again, right in this general area here, Chris, I'm going to let you drive on Lynx 1 for me.
Okay.
But confirmed tornado warning for the city of Lubbock, moving in right now. Again, we're having reports of some of this activity picking up here in the Lubbock metro area, obviously right now. The area of greatest concern right here back near West Carlisle towards LCU. That's tracking into the southwestern corner of the Lubbock metro, basically from 19th Street west of 50th, all the way to South Loop 289, down to 114th. This is the greatest area. And look right under that box, Chris. There's a peak up. So right in this general area. What's happening is we're getting so close to the radar site here in Lubbock that it's becoming kind of messy, a lot harder for us to see where exactly this exact tornado is located at right now. But again, confirmed reports of this tornado near Reese Center. What we're seeing now is these winds are becoming very strong outflow winds. But what's beginning to happen is a bit of kind of some cycling with this activity as well. Back near the Reese Center area in here, seeing some of that cycling with this rotation stalling out a little bit. So that's good news in that regard, but we're still seeing very strong wind gusts moving in. But what I'm concerned with this sitting over us, one is a flash flood risk. It's really about to ramp up here for the city of Lubbock. Here's
Jacob,
downtown.
they're taking our tornado warning back to radar indicated.
Perfect.
Says we are not seeing any strong rotation at this time, but obviously we're monitoring closely.
Okay. And it looks like we could be seeing some updated scans coming in, at least on my end, what I'm looking at right now. Near Reese Center, again, right here is where we have the strongest rotation that is ongoing. Again, it's not significant, but again, still rotation, and it's going to be moving to the east. So Lubbock, you're not going to be able to see this as this moves in, okay? What's going to happen as this continues to moves on in is this. Let's take Pedro's feed. It's going to get very, very windy, very rainy. You can see it's raining sideways with this activity as it's pushing into the Lubbock Metro. This is also going to be pushing ping pong ball sized hail at 80 to 110 miles per hour. It's going to be knocking out some people's windows, okay? Get away from the windows, get away from the outside walls of your home, middle portion of your home, away from all of that is where you need to be. Pedro's coming back up 19th Street right now, out by the Bolton oil change there, coming pretty close to the loop. West Loop 289. Looks like power just went out there on the north side of the road. You can see the street lights going out. There's power. We've got power outages now coming in on the west side, Chris, of the city of Lubbock. We've got power lines down 20th and what? 20th and Raleigh here in the city of Lubbock. Power lines are now down. Okay, so Pedro's kind of booking it back to the city to get out of the line of this. We have power flashes coming in, meaning power is being knocked out with this storm west of West Loop 289 here in Lubbock, passing some of the car dealerships here. Here's West Loop 289 right now where Pedro's at, trying to get away from this storm. The thick of it is here, folks. It's moving into Lubbock County, the city of Lubbock right now. Right over Reese Center, we have the strongest wind gusts, of course, or as we've already mentioned, those have been reported over, and Chris, we're getting a very tight rotation couplet now.
Yeah, go to links 1. I've got it up right now.
Links 1, this is right along 225, FM 225, zoom in for a little bit, right over West Carlisle, headed right for LCU. Okay, so this is going to be headed right towards, this is 19th Street here, likely a tornado on the ground here, 19th Street between 4th, 19th, continuing its track towards LCU. Chris, move this whole image a little further to the right, so that way we can see where it's going to be heading into Lubbock. Okay, so we've got 34th here, Lubbock Christian University, Lubbock Christian Schools in this general area, Green Line Church of Christ right in this location as well. As you go back further to the south, this is where 34th Street kicks in. We also kind of have the flyover, Marcia Sharp flyover in this general area as well. It's going to be passing very close to that. It's over the West End area right now. So over towards Best Buy, Costco area, that's where this is located, Chris. Do you have an update for us, Chris?
Yeah, latest update, severe thunderstorm Cable producing a tornado was 4 miles east of Reese Center, 5 miles northwest of Lubbock, moving east at 15 miles per hour. A second core with very large hail was just southeast of Smyre.
Okay, so that rotation, not as strong as what that recent velocity scan was, but it's over LCU right now. Over LCU, moving southeast. Chris, zoom out just a little bit. So folks, it's here. It's in the Lubbock Metro now. Also that circulation near the West Carlisle area, we're going to be watching too. That's more of a clockwise flow. Tornado is going to be more of this counterclockwise flow, which we've got over LCU. Move the map down just a little bit more, please, sir.
1 second.
Okay.
I've got new warnings coming out.
Okay. Okay, right there is perfect. So we've got LCU tracking to the south and east. This is going to be moving pretty close to the South Plains Mall, just north of South Plains Mall area, greatest rotation. Again, that's moving back to the south and east, eventually passing, it's either going to pass potentially right over our studio here. It'll pass very close to South Loop and University, or South Loop and I-27 is where that tornado is expected to pass through the south side of the city of Lubbock. North side of the city of Lubbock, you're still seeing very strong wind gusts, upwards of 80 to 110 miles per hour, up to ping pong ball sized hail and heavy rain going on with that as well. So again, that's what we're tracking as this is moving in. Checking the latest updates here. New circulation perhaps developing near Erskine and Milwaukee. over the northwestern side of the city of Lubbock proper. That just now coming in from Justin Weaver, National Weather Service meteorologist, one of our partners there.
Severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to be for Lamb County. We got a severe thunderstorm right over Amherst. It's between Sudan and Amherst. 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts.
Okay, there's your update, Littlefield, but we're keeping on this storm for sure in Lubbock County right now. The greatest concern does exist here in the Lubbock metro area. So again, this is going to be located literally right over LCU's campus, moving back to the south and east. Okay, so the greatest tornado potential is right in this area now, moving southeast. A new report now coming in of 74-mile-per-hour gusts from Reese Center. Okay, so that's still going on back west. The tornadic circulation has pushed well to the east of that. It's here in the metro area. Let's take, Chris, what do you have up on links to?
Radar right now. I'm trying to post a warning.
Okay, perfect.
Sorry.
Let's go to one of our chasers in the field. The circulation now continuing to push further to the east. This is located along Quaker Avenue now. The area of best circulation is along Quaker and Marcia Sharp Freeway. That's where we have the strongest circulation ongoing right now. Quaker and Marcia Sharp Freeway back towards the Marcia Sharp flyover here as well. Let's go to Pedro's feed, get a look at what he's got going on. And I mean, visibility is at 0. He's in the bulk of this circulation. Take off the lower third real quick, please, as quick as you can.
I've got the Metro Tower.
We've got debris on the
up.
ground here where Pedro is at too, Chris. I can't tell exactly what it is, but there is some debris there on the ground. I think, yeah, Pedro, I mean, he's right at the circulation where he is. Hopefully he's staying safe. But again, went from 0 to now improving. Where's 50th and West Loop? So again, that's right where we're tracking the circulation. It's in the city of Lubbock now, folks. The greatest circulation is here in the city of Lubbock right now. It's moving right over the South Plains Mall. Let's take, again.
Hey, folks, let me point out, too, in addition to this wind and tornado issue, tennis ball size hail.
There's debris, Chris, in Pedro's feed right now getting picked up. If you are in our studio, look at that, tree limbs flying through. If you are in KLBK right now, go to our safe place. Pop up links 1. We'll pop up links 1. The wind is hitting here. Go to our safe place. If you are in our building right now, get to our bathroom, get into safe place, squat down, cover your heads. Now, Chris and I got it covered in here. We'll head that way. We've got one right out of our door. We have an exit to. All staff in our studio, get to your safe place right now. This is moving right for our studio. The wind beginning to pick up here. Chris and I will stay on the air as long as possible. Hopefully the power doesn't cut out, okay? Non-essential staff, get to our safe place now. Chris, go ahead.
Yeah, 8:06, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was 4 miles west of Texas Tech University, 4 miles northwest of Lubbock, moving east at 25. Large hail was also indicated southwest of Reese Center and southeast of Smyre, up to tennis ball size.
Okay, get Lubbock being your safe place now. Southwestern Lubbock Metro, this is where the most intense risk is right now.
Flash flood warning for Lubbock County till 10:15.
So what we're saying, we can hear the wind in the tower now. It's starting to move into the Lubbock metro area. Non-essential staff at KLBK needs to be in their safe place now. Get to the bathroom. Get to these offices off the back of our hallway, okay? Chris and I, again, staying on air as long as we possibly can. We will head to our safe place when we're able to. The area of tightest circulation now is close to the Bob Mills area, back towards South Loop 289. This is 19th in the West Loop. Large hail falling down now with this activity. Again, this is looking back towards Academy. So the tornadic circulation is south of this. Go back to links 1, please. We're going to keep it on links 1 as we track this storm in. Again, I've got my phone out because I'm tracking the circulation here. Big time hail core moving over Lubbock Christian University. That's moving in. Chris, let's clear that off really quick. And I'm going to come adjust links 1 so we can show you where this circulation is at, where it's headed. Okay. So area of most likely circulation right now, it's hard to see because we're so close to the radar site, is right in this general area, and it's moving southeast. So again, that's what we're watching here as it's moving into the Lubbock metro now. And on the back side of this, we have some very high wind gusts that are coming in. So once the tornadic portion of the storms moves through, we are not done with the risk just yet.
66 mile per hour wind gusts at LCU. on the mesonet there.
Radar is estimating with velocity signatures winds over 90 miles per hour that are moving into southwest Lubbock now, moving into Wolfforth as well. Those areas in bright red that you see, that's what's being picked up there. This activity moving to the east as the circulation tracks to the east. This is where we're at. This is KLBK. That's where we have that area of most likely circulation now within the South Loop, continuing its push off towards the east. Again, this is a considerable damage threat tornado warning. It's not a tornado emergency, but if we do have that tornado on the ground, this is where it's occurring, and it's moving into the south side of the city of Lubbock right now, Chris. Are we seeing any updates from the National Weather Service office out of Lubbock?
Not in the last minute.
Okay.
We're about to lose visibility on the Metro Tower camera.
Okay. We've got the hail beginning to fall here, the heavy rain here at KLBK. As this activity is pushing in again, area of greatest concern with circulation is going to pass very close to our TV station. So we'll stay on the air as long as we can. We have our safe places literally right here. If you could see on this side of the screen, you'll be able to see where our safe place is at. So again, we've got that area of greatest circulation now tracking in through southeastern portions of the Lubbock metro area. Very high winds are going to move in on the back side of this as well as it continues to push into our area, okay? So city of Lubbock, once this arrives, it's going to be with us for a while. So the National Weather Service also saying very high winds are moving in on the south side of Lubbock towards the Wolfforth area. This is going to move through the south side of the Lubbock metro area as well. Oh my goodness. So upwards to 80 to 90 mile per hour wind gusts possibly moving into the city of Lubbock right now, especially between Wolfforth and Lubbock and on the southwest side of town. We've got the hail falling here now. And again, watching that area of rotation very closely. Looks like we could be seeing maybe some more redevelopment trying to occur with this rotation back on the west side of town, pretty close to LCU. Folks, it's clear as mud. We're giving you these updates as soon as we're getting them as well, and trying to keep you as informed as possible as this activity moves in. So we'll show you those velocity products there on our link system number 1.
Quarter size hail 3 miles east-northeast of Wolfforth. That was about 2 minutes ago.
We can see those wind gusts measuring very, very high with this activity moving in. As we loop this, you can see that is pushing towards the east and southeast, and those winds are only getting stronger. We are beginning to get a better sample of that now as it is moving into the Lubbock metro. Very large hail likely occurring as well, over 3-inch in diameter being estimated by our radar product that we have.
Multiple hail reports coming in, at least golf ball size, but we have radar indications at the baseball size hail. I hear hail hitting our roof here at the building.
Yeah, very large hail. Our chasers who are out in the field, we can see that bouncing off of their windows as well. So again, paying very close attention to this as it's moving in to the metro. Southwest side and west side of the metro, greatest tornado concern is right overhead for us right now. This is a particularly dangerous situation for the Lubbock metro, and we now have our warning, oh goodness gracious, being upgraded to 4-inch in diameter sized hail. That is moving overhead KLBK right now. You can hear it. Southwest side of Lubbock County, or Lubbock Metro, that's where we have the largest hail falling right now. Again, up to 4-inch in diameter being reported. Wolfforth, you have some very high wind gusts that are moving in now. Radar now, Chris, with this rear flank downdraft surge is estimating winds gusting over 120 miles per hour. It's moving into the southwestern Lubbock Metro. You can hear the hail now here at our studio beginning to fall. Zoom out on radar, give you a better indication as to what we're seeing. But again, that's moving in right now to the southwestern side of the Lubbock metro area. That is where we have the greatest concern for the tornado potential as well. It's hard to tell because we're so close to the radar now. We're not getting as clear of a view on this activity. And real quickly, Chris, I'm going to go quiet to change out my batteries because they're about to die.
Yeah, we're having a hard time seeing stuff because this heavy rain and hail is obscuring our cameras right now. I tried to pull up our tower cam. Okay. Yeah, take that if you can. It's really hard to see here. We've got a weak circulation being reported now over the Texas Tech campus for the
Okay.
latest update here from the National Weather Service.
Okay, so Texas Tech University, new circulation developing right overhead campus for you. This is still a confirmed tornado warning. Let's go back to link system number 1.
Yeah.
Actually, let's take whoever's in the right band. Who's in the right band? Is this David? Okay, David, yours is still out there, still at 19th and West Loop. That's the area that we're starting to see that strong circulation come back in once again. Let's head back on over to our links box system number 1. So we can give you an updated view as to what's going on. Hail up to 4 inches in diameter are ongoing, falling out of this storm here, mainly central, southwestern Lubbock metro area between Wolford. You can hear it here at our station. Don't ever want to think about what the car looks like outside right now, but we are seeing this activity move in. Also very concerned with the possibility of flooding within our metro. We now have wind gusts being measured again upwards of 100 to 110 miles per hour moving into the southwest side of the Lubbock metro area, back near Reese Center, towards the Wolfforth area. This activity is continuing to increase in coverage over the Texas Tech University campus right now. We do have that circulation increasing, Chris. So right here, the heart of Lubbock. Do we have our metro tower up still? You're muted, Chris, real quick. Let's pull up our metro tower. Tennis ball sized hail now reported at 98th in Milwaukee, southwest Lubbock. That's this big hail core moving through southern portions of the area. So Chris, when you have that up, let me know. Okay, take links 2, please. Chris, you're muted, by the way.
Sorry, I stuck my head out the back door to
No, you're okay.
look at
So
this. I
is
got
the metro
soaked,
tower.
but
Again, this is where that circulation is strongest right now. Can you go to my option of this where we don't have the banner at the very top, Chris? It's at the very end of your show. We'll pull that up to get a better kind of view of what we're seeing with this activity here. But again, very heavy rain. We've got the large hail falling here at KLBK. You can definitely hear that now. I have reports up to very large hail falling, very strong winds. Again, radar is estimating those wind speeds over 100 miles per hour over southwestern Lubbock County right now, specifically in the Wolfforth area.
circulation tightening up over downtown Lubbock.
So this is, we'll see, go back. Let's go back to links 2, please. This here is where that circulation is tightening. If we're going to see something, it'll pop up here on our metro tower. So again, downtown Lubbock, the heart of downtown Lubbock, that's where our circulation is tightest right now. It's moving right down Broadway.
Just north of downtown, so we're probably talking about generally the airport area, maybe between downtown and the airport.
Yep, it looks like just south of the airport now. It's moving along Marshall Sharp Freeway. US Highway 82 is where this activity is pushing. It's trying to speak a little louder. It's going to get loud, folks, here in studio. We've got very large hail falling here at the studio right now. Look how dark it's getting in downtown, Chris.
Yeah.
That area of circulation really picking up right now. Go back to link system number 1. My goodness. Huge hail core pummeling south side of the city of Lubbock. Greatest area of rotation now is going to be in this general area. Chris is circling that hail core circulation. Greatest tornado potential is right down here, okay? Through the middle portion of the city of Lubbock. Very heavy rainfall is going on, and again, we are concerned right over the heart of Lubbock, downtown now, for the possibility of that increasing rotation, meaning that tornado potential popping back up here, middle of the city of Lubbock. South side, what I'm concerned with, we're seeing some very strong rear flank downdraft winds. Straight line wind gusts up to 100 miles per hour going to be moving in with this activity here. I'm going to pull up our LP&L outage map and see what we're seeing. We've already gotten an inch of rain in South Lubbock, by the way, so flooding is a big time concern.
And that's over at the Weather Service. They're over here at the
Yes.
Science Spectrum. In fact, they're right around the corner from us.
They're very close to us.
Yeah. Well, not
So
just down the street.
So it's updating like crazy. Over 6,000 customers. We're about to hit 7,000 customers without power, all central and southwestern side of Lubbock County. When I first got on the app, we were at about 5,800 customers without power. Now we're at 7,100 customers without power.
Tornado warning is canceled for Hockley. It's still in effect for Lubbock.
Okay, so this is what we're continuing to track right now. 4-inch in diameter size hail moving through the heart of Lubbock. Again, Lubbock's luck kind of running out today, folks, with this stuff moving right through the area right now. Again, a very serious situation. These very strong winds I want to highlight are just now moving through Wolfforth into south central portions of our city, okay? So those very strong winds, the rear flank downdraft on the backside of this right here, beginning to move into the Wolfforth area, Lubbock metro area right now. Again, stay in your safe place. City of Lubbock, you need to stay in your safe place as we are continuing to see this tornado-warned storm move into our city. That circulation is definitely picking up over downtown Lubbock, just south of the airport. Going to be tracking into East Lubbock now along the Marcia Sharp Freeway here. Getting reports now from some viewers of trees that are down in the city of Wolfforth, completely down on the ground. And that's caused by some very significant winds. University in 98th. We have tennis ball sized hail falling. So just to the south of the Lubbock metro area, tennis ball sized hail is falling in that general area now. So again, trying to look at the latest updates and everything that we've got coming in as well. I'm going to pop up the velocity product though on our link system number 1.
All right, at 8:18, severe thunderstorm capable of producing tornadoes over downtown Lubbock, moving east at 30. Hail to softball size could be possible across South Lubbock with this storm.
Okay, so up to 4-inch hail hitting the south side of the Lubbock metro now. Excuse me. Area of greatest concern for circulation is going to be right in downtown. So we had that kind of cycle once again. Downtown Lubbock moving towards a Ransom Canyon area. North of Slayton is where that greatest concern will be with circulation. But again, we are seeing some very high wind gusts coming on the backside of this activity. 70 to 80 miles per hour, not out of the question with this activity. But again, that hail core is peaking right over our studio right now. We have tennis ball size hail being confirmed at 98th Street and University Avenue just south of our station. Still hearing that very large hail here picking up as well. But again, there's the hail core. The storm is over the top of our radar right now at Preston Smith International Airport. So what's happening is we're not being able to get as clear of a view because as that rain, hail, high winds is hitting our radar, it's obscuring what we're actually seeing occur on the ground here at the TV station. So again, into the west side of the city of Lubbock right now, wind gusts over 80 miles per hour are being indicated by radar. We'll take our tower camera really quick to show you what it looks like here. South Looping University, go ahead and pop that up real quick if we can.
Yeah, we got that pointed down toward
So you see very heavy rain falling out there. People are parked under the overpasses. That's going to be blocking traffic, leaving people stuck out in this activity. Let's go back to link system number 1. Hopefully you're off the roadways right now. You're watching us, keep staying updated. My goodness. That is some very large hail that's falling here, Chris. Can y'all hear that? The hail core right over the station right now here at KLBK. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Yeah, that hail core right over Lubbock. So we've got the very large hail right now moving in, but that high wind is really picking up this portion of the storm. That's going to be moving back towards the south central portions of the area. In fact, near Reese Center, radar is estimating those wind gusts nearing 90 to 100 miles per hour right now. So very strong rear flank downdraft winds are coming up with this storm as it's continuing its track through the southern side of the city of Lubbock. A lot of customers without power now in the city of Lubbock, still around that 7,000 to 8,000 range. Whew. We have wind gusts now of 71 on the south side of Lubbock near the All Saints School at the mezzanine site there. 56 at the South Plains Food Bank, 56 at LCU, so strongest winds definitely on the south side of town. Out near Reese Center, gusting to 80 right now. Goodness gracious. Huge hail core right over our station. But again, that's the biggest threat, the south side of Lubbock. The greatest tornado potential is now on the west loop, or east loop. So East Loop 289, sorry, I'm trying to speak up here. East Loop 289, close to where 19th Street is located.
We've got multiple size hailstones falling here at the station.
What?
We have P, we have dime, we have nickel, we have quarter. I haven't seen anything larger than quarter right now.
There's a lot of it.
There's a lot of it, so
Okay.
it's loud.
Okay, but the greatest circulation now is along 19th Street and East Loop 289. This is going to be headed close towards Canyon. south of Idalou, south of Lorenzo area, but right in this location is where we have the greatest circulation right now. You can see on the back side of this, we do have a lot of hail popping up too. So again, here we have some of that hail coming in now. Oops, if I can hold on to it. This stone kind of broken apart, a little bit harder to see, but looks at least quarter size there. Seeing a big mix in terms of sizes as to how large that hail is. But again, now south side of Lubbock, we're seeing some those very high wind gusts that are moving in right now too. But again, that hail core looks to be now lifting, sounds like it's lifting away on the northeast side of the station. New report now coming in 4 miles southwest of downtown Lubbock. So right in here, homes and buildings are being filled with water. Flooding, a big issue here. Some of the low-lying areas, we have floodwaters that are making their way into people's homes here in the city of Lubbock. We have multiple reports throughout Wolfforth of those trees being blown down. And we are seeing those tree limbs being ripped off too. Continuing with our tornado warning and up to tennis ball sized hail out of this activity as it continues to push east. But again, area right now of the greatest concern is going to be back near Canyon, Texas with that rotation. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, Jacob, 10 minutes ago, we had a wind gust of 71 miles per hour at the West Texas Mesonet site at All Saints Episcopal School. That's,
so
that's right over behind Coles.
Yeah, so right down here, close to 98th Indiana Avenue.
Severe thunderstorm still capable of producing a tornado over downtown Lubbock, moving southeast at 10 miles per hour.
Okay, so that's going to be right in this general area here. Let's go to our photojournalist, Pedro Figueroa. Let's take a look at his view. He's got some flooding. That's David's view, I believe. There is some flooding going on near 50th and Indiana. We'll pull that feed. Okay, so this right now, lots of flooding out here, West Loop and 19th Street. That's ongoing there. Beginning to see the sky clear up a little bit on the west side of the storm. In Lubbock Metro, but from Woodrow back up through the Posey area, Ransom Canyon, this activity moving in for you up to Idalou. And again, between Idalou and Ransom Canyon, go back to Links 1, please. Right in this area, the greatest concern for rotation existing right now. It looks like a new flash flood warning has been issued for the city of Lubbock as well, Chris. Is that correct?
Yeah, that came out a little bit earlier.
I think it's a tornado warning, actually. That's what I'm seeing. This red flashing box is a tornado warning. It's no longer a confirmed tornado warning, but rather a radar-indicated tornado warning now for the city of Lubbock and downtown Lubbock. Again, the area of greatest rotation is between Ransom Canyon and Idalou now in this area, but we have those very strong wind gusts that are now making their way into western Lubbock County. Moving through the downtown, really all of the metro area right now.
Okay.
Go ahead, Chris.
National Weather Service is saying we are going to cancel the tornado warning and replace it with a severe thunderstorm warning.
Okay.
And the other question you mentioned a second ago, the flash flood warning for Lubbock County is until 10:15.
Okay, perfect. New reports now, significant traffic backing up on Highway 87 south side of town, south of the parent circulation. Again, this is in all the construction that we have with the new loop area. They're seeing that large hail move in now. We did have some reports of some softball-sized hail coming in on the west side of Lubbock near Target. Also, people losing their fences and stuff like that. Is that the wind? Sounds like some gusty wind. We're starting to get some stronger wind gusts here at the station. It's not as loud as the hail over the air, but again, those strong winds still kicking in on the west side of the storm throughout Lubbock County. That activity continuing to push to the east. The biggest hail core now is falling from Woodrow back up towards southeastern loop here in Lubbock County. Goodness gracious. And again, the area of greatest concern with rotation is going to be out near Canyon, or it's saying the area near Canyon, close to Roosevelt, between Ransom Canyon and Idalou right here. So that tornado warning has been actually expired now.
Okay, folks, also your phone's going off for the flash flood warning. I believe there was an update on that. Let me check that real quick while we're...
So multiple reports of trees down all across the southwestern side of the metro right now. Seeing a lot of those reports come in from you on social media.
829 Doppler radar automated rain gauges indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rainfall and hail over the area. Between 1 and 3 inches of rain has fallen. Additional amounts of 1 to 3 inches will be possible in the warned area. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly.
Okay, so that's the metro. We already have reports of water coming into homes out there right now too. So very strong wind gusts continuing. We're still seeing gusts upwards of 40 miles an hour south side of town. South and west side of town, we had those confirmed gusts over 80. So lots of damage, tree damage and stuff like that being reported there.
We have our new downstream severe thunderstorm warning. It's going to include Lubbock, Garza, Crosby, and Lynn County until 9:30. And I do have that up.
Yep, heads up Slayton. Yeah, that's moving in right now to Slayton area. And aside from this activity in the metro, we don't have a whole lot of severe activity going on. One storm moving now south of Olton area. So we're definitely mindful of that as well. But again, continuing to track this dangerous storm here in the city of Lubbock, now pushing on the east side of the metro. That's bringing some large hail, very heavy rainfall as well.
Yeah, moving southeast at 10. Severe thunderstorm over downtown Lubbock, 5 miles east of Lubbock. Moving southeast at 10, 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and ping-pong ball size hail.
Okay. That tornado warning is about to expire. Should be expiring soon.
I'm going to push this severe thunderstorm warning out real quick on our social channels.
Okay. The Lamb County warning, which is the one I was just talking about, is expiring near Olton. That storm is kind of fizzled out now. Let's take a refresh view for the region. You see that activity here in Lubbock County continuing to push to the south and east. So good news, our tornado warnings have been dropped. We have no active tornado warnings as of right now across anywhere within the viewing area, including here in the city of Lubbock. So that is good news there. Still have this very strong storm though that is pushing to our south and east right now, and strong wind gusts still ongoing with this storm. So as we take a look at our velocity product here, we can see that activity across the metro. Areas in red, so the wind is going away from the radar site in Lubbock. Areas in green, wind is going towards. So that's what we're looking at there. Area of strongest wind now southeast of Lubbock between Slayton and the metro. Looks like some more gustier winds there near the shallow water area as well. Let's swap our radar view really quick. Some big time hail core popping up with this activity. It's hard to get another view of it. We'll show you our 3D scan. This is a very stacked storm, but that hail core very, very large. Over South Lubbock still, eastern portions of Lubbock metro area too. So again, we can see those hail cores popping up here. Hard to get a good view from our Lubbock radar though because it's so close to the actual radar site. So if we take a look at our Barron button here, it's still estimating those large hail sizes, south central Lubbock back towards Ransom Canyon area for those main cores. Again, it looks kind of sloppy on radar because it's over the top of the radar right now. We're not getting a very good estimation read as to what is likely occurring with this right now. And we'll take that lower third off because there's no longer a tornado warning in effect for Lubbock County. So we'll take that off the screen. But again, this is what we are tracking right now. Confirmed lime-sized hail 4 miles south-southeast of Lubbock, which is this activity moving in the southeastern loop right now. So this is going to be heading into Slayton right now. Chris, would you pull up our Slayton camera when you get a chance and take a look at that, see what it shows?
Sure.
Rawls, it'll be passing very close to you. Better chance now near the Caprock area, near Southland. Ransom Canyon, it's overhead you. Headed towards Canyon Valley, Calgary, White River Lake. Post eventually will be impacted by this event as well. Likely on the north side of
Slayton's
Post
up on
especially.
links too.
Let's take our Slayton cam over on link system number 2.
Old Glory's just a flapping there in the wind.
And the National Weather Service saying that they are increasing this now up to 3-inch in diameter sized hail. So let's take links 2, full screen please. You can see that very high wind kicking up there, very heavy rainfall, and some large hail up to 3 inches diameter. Looks like mainly falling on the north side or to the north of the city of Slayton, but there in Slayton you will be seeing those very strong wind gusts. As you can see that popping up right now there on our live view. So what that's going to do, it's going to re-trigger the wireless emergency alerts on your phone for the large hail.
There went mine.
Mine just went off too. I have it quieted now. So again, this will also sound the sirens because it is a WEA alert. So if you hear the tornado sirens going off, there's not a tornado warning. Again, it is issued for that very large hail potential. But again, we did see some tree limbs flying around in some of our Storm Chasers live shots today. We'll go back to link system number 1. We'll keep an eye here on link system number 2 with this activity. But there's that warning now. It's more of a tan shade because of the fact that we have that 3-inch in diameter sized hail that is occurring with this storm now.